Good evening, everyone. It is Wednesday, it's the middle of the week, and you know what time it is? It's time for us to join in to some more Warframe red text. Yeah. Hotfix deploying literally right this second. Right now. It started deploying. Right now. God damn it. This keeps happening, doesn't it? I keep streaming Wednesdays and they keep doing it right on the money. Well, there it. Baruch's coming. Baruch Prime is coming, and we're just gonna have to deal with that, aren't we? But hello there, Vlad. Hello there, Hatari. Hello there, Zom. Hello, Ladybug. Hello, Thea. Hello, Snake Raider. Hello, Coddercop. Hello, Havocorp. Hello there, Nithos. Hello, Elio. Hello, Danny. Hello everyone, I'm missing some names here. I know I'm missing some names here. Hello Snake Raid, hello Moondog, hello F-King, hello Goats. Hello, is that Biped Geoduck? I don't know why, it's hard to read your name, but it is. I don't know what's up with it, but part of me just feels like it's going a different way when I read your name. I get to Biped, and then I don't expect Geoduck. Yeah, anyway. Hello there, I got Salt. How is everyone doing today? Solve a practical problem? Well, we will have to wait for the mission and everything, you know, to be updated. Then we can do that. Also, I do see there have been like 3 hydrates called already. Vlad, I'm going to have to time you out if you keep on typing in messages which are not in English. You've already had one message deleted. This is the second one I'm deleting from you, Vlad. Don't make me time you out. I don't care if you got a badge next to your name. I will time you out if you don't follow the rules, which are English only, please. You know the rules. You've been here long enough. Everyone else, cheers. That is to the 3 hydrates. I've already had some of this tea anyway, so, you know, there we are. It is all good. Oh my word, it is still deploying. But hey, I'm sure the patch notes will probably be up in a second as well. I have missed a couple other messages as well. There was one longer one. Where was it? There we are. From Dynamistro, first time here. So, hey, Engineer, my favourite YouTuber and Warframe Dissector. Keep making those great videos. Glad you enjoy them, my dude. Glad you enjoy them. I've got a very long video in the works. Josh wanting us to switch to some lo-fi as well, so let me just do that whilst I say this. So yeah, I've got a very long video in the works. And when I say very long video, I mean that it's currently looking like it'll be about 35 minutes long. About 35 minutes long is what I'm looking at there. Which is, yeah, that's quite a bit. That is quite a bit. Considering that my longest one to date is, what, like 23 minutes long. I've got a lot to say in the next video. I've got a lot to say about a single frickin' Warframe. This one right here, Varuna. Because she is an exceedingly complicated frame. I've gone over this on multiple streams. But, yeah. She is exceedingly complicated, far more than DE have let on. I've dug into all of the details, and my god, is there so much behind this Warframe. So much going on, and I'm not even talking about the bugs that I've had to report to DE. Some of which they can recreate, some of which they can't. I don't know why they're having difficulty with some of them, but there you go. That's the thing. Alright, the hotfix has been deployed. Excellent. Excellent. Let's switch ourselves over to an intermission screen whilst I quickly update that. Let me just quickly get that fully loaded, shall we? Good old patch day Wednesday. You gotta love it. Dynamistro saying, can you please say I'm the engineer, let's solve a practical problem? Sure, but I think you want me to say it in the YouTube way, right? Which is, I'm the engineer, let's solve a practical problem. I'm assuming that's the way you prefer to hear it. Oh, yes indeed. Hello, Nithos. I've been alright. Hope you're doing well yourself. Those are the rest of the household. The illness is finally passing by them. Finally. But I've mostly been staying away, being a full-on hermit, rather than just 90% a hermit, trying to make sure I don't catch myself. Hey, yo! How time flies indeed. Aria, thank you very much for the 13-month resub. That is one hell of a lot of support right there. Aria, really appreciate it. Thanks for continuing it. Cheers indeed. What do you know? The update has been downloaded. I'm just signing into the details now as we speak. Shall we have a look at the patch notes, chat? I feel like there's probably going to be some interesting bits and pieces hidden in the patch notes. There's always something juicy in there. Always. For something that's more substantial than just an everyday hotfix. There's always something interesting. Yeah, Goats, you would not believe, or you might believe. If you've been testing builds, you might believe, but you probably won't believe just how much I've got into. Like I say, it's a 35-minute video, and that is cutting it down. That is cutting out all the talk about bugs. That is cutting out all the excess crap that I could waffle on about forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. All the different numerical intricacies. In fact, a lot of the numerical stuff, that's going on to the Patreon side. I'm going to give a summary of the interesting percentages and whatnot, how they come out about the abilities with Aruna, but overall, the really mathy, graphy stuff, that's staying to the Patreon side, because otherwise that video would end up being 2 hours long, and that's not happening. That is absolutely not happening. So, the game has been updated. The game has definitely been updated, and we're talking patch notes. Let's have a look at the patch notes. What's this about waffles? Oh, don't get me started on waffles. I love waffles. Waffles are great. Waffles are great. I'm going to say, out of respect, won't speak on other channels, but okay, bud. Won't speak on other channels? Okay. Didn't realise other channels was part of the discussion. But anyway, let me see if I can find those patch notes. Let me see if I can find those patch notes. PC update notes has been updated. Yes, yes, yes. Let's have a look at these. By the way, flashbang for those of you who have terrible eyesight. Basically. Boom. Alrighty then. Obviously, Baruch Prime is here. Yay, Baruch Prime. Do I really have to learn another frame properly? Because I haven't properly gone in with Baruch. I just don't. I've tried enjoying Baruch, and I just don't. So, yeah. People say living in Southeast Asia really kills my sleep just to get Warframe livestream rewards. I can appreciate it. It's not the easiest for some of the streams that Warframe puts out. Unfortunately, I am not in a position where I could accommodate it either myself at this point in time, as I'm not the only one who works from home in this household, so it's just not a thing I can do. Maybe in the distant future, but not anytime soon, unfortunately. So yeah, we have Baruch Prime. Doomed are the foes who attack the peace and exhaust the restraint of this reluctant warrior. Yeah, that could have made for a good intro in the D&D Baruch Prime, couldn't it? Yeah, I got my one. It's fine. So we've got Cobra and Crane Prime, we've got Furious Prime, we can have a look at the stats at some point on that if they're not listed here. There's the Baruch Prime accessories for those of you who care about accessory bits and pieces. Of course, that's definitely going to be a thing for someone. I wonder, have they given me the really interesting news? We kind of expect really interesting news around these times. Have they done it again? Oh, they have. Yep. Those of you who pay attention to how this all works, you know what I'm hinting at there. You know what I'm hinting at there. So, and if you're not a regular and you don't know what I'm hinting at, suffice to say, someone's going to be very interested in all these details, and I don't just mean someone who's buying it. But we'll get around to that. We'll get around to that. There'll be proper announcements on all that lot, even as and when we get around to it. Alice Final President saying, hey, new here, Eliu brought me over. Well, welcome on in to the chat. I'm sure Eliu has also told you to type in !ticket. If they haven't told you that, Eliu, shame on you. Let them know. Come on. They're clearly your friend. But yeah, !ticket, if typed into the chat, gives you a chance to win the Platinum giveaway at the end of the stream. So, you know, definitely worth doing. Octavia has finally been vaulted. It's kind of crazy. It feels like Octavia just came out like a week or so ago. But no, she's been out for a very long time now, and now she's gone. Bye, Octavia. Have a good time in the vault. We will see you again in a very, very long time, I suppose. So, for those of you who missed out on Octavia Prime, Tenora Prime, or Pandero Prime, well, you're missing not a lot on Pandero, but these two, you are missing a bit. You are missing a bit. With this vaulting, some things have been changed. Parent Sequence Rank 4 Sacrifice has been changed, and Rank 5 Sacrifice has been changed. If anyone's dealing with that, if you want to double check and make sure they actually have been changed, that'd be cool. Riven disposition changes. Oh, these are sometimes interesting. Let's see. Rifle changes. What we got? I don't actually really care for any of these weapons, so I can see why they're going up. Shotguns. Phantasma Prime jumping up at pretty much the biggest jump they'll allow for a new Prime, so that makes sense. Secondaries. Anything interesting here? Egret's gone up. Actgara, Hystrix, Magnus. Oh, Magnus gone up. Okay. Lieutenant Diblos has gone up a bit. Interesting, interesting. Zoom finger, slightly improvement as well. Melee, ooh, Balor's gone down. They've actually nerfed a Riven. Been a while since I've seen that proper. Balor has gone down. Gulsaw continues to climb because it is a terrible weapon. We got the Inadem's gone slightly up. Karist, Korum, Neferi, that's all obvious kind of increases there. Same with Rumblejack. I just can't find a reason to like it, but there we go. And Archguard and Riven. Corvus Prime has gone up. Unsurprising. Yeah, nothing really surprising on all that lot. Those are all mid or low meta weapons, with the exception of things like the Inadem, which is just decent, but at the same time, a very low level Riven Disposition is probably a bit unfair on it, so it makes sense that one's going up as well. Alright, fair enough. We don't need to focus too much on the Riven Dispo changes. Nothing too crazy there, aside from the Ballad going down. Didn't realise that needed to happen. Didn't realise it needed to happen. Merlin confirming they have changed the rank up for the parent sequence. Good. Glad they've actually done that properly this time. I wonder if there's any that missed. It might just be me, but it always feels like they missed one of them. Somewhere, somehow. Arya, cheers. I was going to say, I remember when Equinox and Wukong had only just come out. Equinox was actually the first Prime I built, yeah. Equinox was the first Prime I built. Second Prime I got because somehow I got Trinity Prime from Twitch Prime when I didn't have Twitch Prime. I don't know how that one works either, but there you go. Additions. Helmet Segments bundle has been added to the in-game market. Includes the Helmet Segment and Helmet Invigoration Segment. Mastery Rank 8 requires purchase. That means that you can jump straight in with Plat to getting the Helmet Segment and Invigoration Segment. How much does that cost? That is an interesting one. How much does that cost? Because that might be a big pickup for new players. Helmet Segment bundle, 300 platinum. Alright, it's not cheap. It's definitely not cheap, considering that you can just get these by getting rank 3 and 5 with the Entrati Syndicate. But you can skip past requiring rank 3 and 5 for the Entrati Syndicate, which for newer players could be interesting, but at the same time, newer players that concerned about getting these are probably more concerned about, you know, Warframe slots. That'll get you 15 of them. So, no, it's a thing. It's a thing. At that price, I probably wouldn't care about it. But I'm sure for some people, it might be worthwhile. Here's to say I wish I knew about that. Not afraid of playing Plat. I mean, it's just come out today, Jayzo, so there you are. MR6 and helmet? MR8, it said. MR8. Take us back. Yeah, Mastery Rank 8 required. Makes for a good gift for Tenantborn. Yeah, could do, Arya. Could do, yeah. If you got a new player popping into the game and you don't want to just keep on gifting them Warframe slots, you can gift them the helmet system. They can start feeding things into it, start building their way through that, and also get access to the invigorations. It's an option. It is an option. Yeah, at 300 plat, I wouldn't make that a big recommendation towards newer players, because you can definitely just kind of work towards it at a normal pace. Getting standing with the Entrati isn't that difficult, I'd say, because you can just run the bounties. So it's not the end of the world. But it's still an option. Hello Serenan, just a quick reminder for yourself as well, in case you've missed it, this is an English only channel, so as much as I can understand hola, keep the rest of it English please, thanks. I have to call it out now before someone posts something longer. Conjunction survival fixing and changes, fixed lure thrax and sentient enemies not scaling. Oh, that's bad news I suppose. And fixed transmission issues in conjunction survival missions, sure. Optimizations, yeah, that's a thing. Fixes towards Sargus Rook, Lech Krill, Exploiter Orb, Lephantis Vahek, and the Arkwing Pursuit Ship not taking damage from single target weapons. It's important to note these are temporary fixes to prevent the complete inability to defeat these bosses due to the above issue. A code fix is required to address the issue, which we are unable to release before the holiday break. Yikes. So in the meantime, seeing as prog stops are a top priority, that's progression stops I guess, we had to make some necessary tweaks to how these bosses operate so they could be defeated. These are temporary and will be reverted. Okay. Vahek now takes damage everywhere and doesn't rely on weak point mechanic during his drone phase. I mean, that's just a lot nicer fight, I suppose, but sure. And you can shoot any of Exploiter Orb's 3 vents still only deplete a maximum of 1/3 of the orb's health per phase. Makes sense. There are some issues with the workaround that will be fixed with the future revert. Secondary mechanics that rely on hitting things and not always triggering, and Punch Through lets you hit weak points on the opposite side of a target. Okay. Alright. Fair. Fair. So I'm going to say Ola sounds 100% better than high. I mean, I get it. You want to add in a little bit of the juice to it. I mean, technically, whenever I raid to someone, I always say hello rather than hello. So, I get it. I absolutely get it. We'll see, Zom. I'm still scrolling. The scroll bar has not yet ended. We'll see what we find, Zom, although they've not mentioned any buffs so far. Let's see. Fixed Xmas enemies not dropping health and energy orbs in Sanctuary Onslaught missions. Nice fix. Fixed Xmas enemies not contributing towards the efficiency score in SO missions. Fair do. Hadn't noticed. Fixed quick swapping between Fenmore and secondary weapon, leaving the player locked in the equipping animation. Weird. Fixed Garuda's Bloodforge augment, not refilling the ammo of battery weapons. Oh. Okay, so that was a bug. Fair enough. Didn't know. Jazo, cheers. Fixed embedded Tenet Ferox after a throw expiring earlier than intended. Okay. Fixed any spawns at times not occurring in Sova's straight railjack node. I mean, there's more than just that node that can deal with some fixes, but okay. Fixed Gretnel's Pulverized Ball being smaller than intended with the Void Shell skin equipped. It shrank in the wash. Fixed Lotus Amaga skin of his squished face. Yeah, I saw that on Reddit. Interesting sitch, but there you go. Fixed a crash. Fixed limited time hardy items coupon discounts in the in-game market showing 0 platinum in a UI. Yep, we saw that one as well. It didn't actually give you the discount of 0 plat, but it did make things appear like 0 plat for a bit. Fixed Incarnate Weapon losing their crosshair. Fair. Fixed some Railjack weapons showing as common when actually uncommon. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's a thing. Fixed the Bolto primed projectiles not inheriting emissive colours. Cosmetic. Some dojo decorations not appearing. Default Excalibur appearing alongside you when you extract with Scout during quest replays. What? Sorry, what happened? What happened there? Fixed a default Excalibur appearing alongside you when extracting with the Scout during quest replays. I mean, I can't blame the QA team for missing that one. Because I'll be honest, I've never replayed a quest in Warframe. In fact, I think I've only ever replayed a quest once in a game, so that's a thing. Specifically for MMOs with quests, of course. I've seen that one? Oh, fair enough, yeah. That is some interesting spaghetti right there. Fix the dangling bits of the Navarre Prime leg place floating when equipped on Garuda Dengushin's skin. Seriously, cosmetics. Not even once. Just no. Fix invasion progress showing an end mission screen for nodes that also have an active invasion mission on it. Ah, yes. We saw this happening. Someone posted about this on the Discord months ago. They had it happen with the Saucies. That's a thing. Fix being able to enter a rampart turret on the plains of Eidolon while in Archwing. Who found that one? Who went up to a rampart in Archwing and tried to get into it? For starters, you have to want to get into a rampart, which is a thing that only noobs and bored people do. And then you have to be on the plains of Eidolon in Archwing doing that. That is... Someone got really bored when they found that bug. Someone got really bored. Or it might have been, as Renova says, accidental if they went to stealth finish a dude, but... Wait, you say I went to... Renova, did you find that bug? Is this you? Is this because of you? Fixed localized chipper shop timers showing odd locations. Fixed focus score selection not being respected. Fixed placeholder text appearing on a pop-up. Fixed opening chat link mods looking... causing overlays or overlaps. Okay, Renova had it happen, but wasn't the original. Fair do, fair do. Let's see. Any other bits and pieces are actually interesting. Syndicate UI header lingering on screen. Inconsistencies of the own tag. Interesting. More fixes towards in-game market UI, not accounting for the prices of stuff. Fixed Winterglyph Ford's packing game. Yeah, no, that's the rest of it. Fix script error relating to doing damage to anything that isn't a weapon. Sorry, fix script error related to doing damage to anything that isn't a weapon. What? Huh? Not doing damage by anything that isn't a weapon, doing damage to anything that isn't a weapon. I'm gonna leave them to that one. You know what? There is enough spaghetti. I'm not gonna ask for the sauce. There is enough spaghetti already in this game. We're just gonna leave that one where it is. It does look like there has been no changes whatsoever to Baruch or his gear, so they've just been released with primes. We'll just have to have a look at the stats. But yeah, absolutely no changes to Baruch whatsoever on this one. Interesting. Hello, Joshy Wild. Say, yo, first stream, how's going, man? Recently came back to Warframe after about a year, and your detailed approach to guides is so helpful for people like myself needing to catch up. Cheers. My dude, you're very welcome. Welcome to the Twitch stream. Hope you enjoy your stay here. Renato was saying you couldn't damage enemies unless you targeted their weapons. That's news to me. That is definitely news to me. Just saying, I wonder how long DE will take until they finally fix Frost, Chroma, and most definitely Oberon, better yet, and hire me to give them properly good redo. I mean, they're getting through frames. They've done a complete overhaul of Grendel, and honestly, results are amazing. So, trust the process, Jazo. Trust the process. Yeah, no idea what's going on with some of these patches, but hey, they're being patched. It's good that the bosses that were broken at least have some way of dealing with them now, because that was definitely messing up certainly newer players. There are posts constantly on Reddit I've noticed of people going, I can't seem to damage Sargus Rook, but when someone else does it, they just one-shot him. What am I doing wrong? It's like, you're doing nothing wrong. Game's bugged. So, this is good to see. This is definitely good to see. Also, as Zon points out, just going back on the idea of a fix to Frost, Frost is in a good spot. Like, seriously, Frost is in a good spot. In case you've missed it, Frosty Boy here is actually doing quite fine. The freeze ability on its own, pretty crap. Freeze ability with augment, extra cold damage, you can allow yourself to have viral builds without having to put a cold mod onto your weapons, so that actually kind of works out. Wolvens, cheers. I'm going to finish this tea before I've even run a single mission today, guys. Cheers. Ice Wave again, another kind of, frankly, not too great one. Yeah, it puts out cold procs, but it's pretty ignorable on this one, I'll be honest with you. Snow Globe, however, great defensive ability. Like, seriously, is a great defensive ability. The only problem with it is that you can't shoot from outside into it or through it. You have to be on the inside to shoot through those walls. That's a downside which I would like them to fix. Aside from that, it's fine. Excuse me. It is a good protection. And then Avalanche, AoE, no line of sight required, freezes enemies, completely strips their armor. Doesn't take that much strength to completely strip. In fact, this build here is a complete armor strip. So I'm saying you need 167% strength. The thing is, you don't even need that. I've got 145% here. It only gives you 87% armor reduction, and you know what? That is enough with corrosive projection. Easy peasy peasy. This is an unformed build which throws out complete armor strip in a 26 meter radius for 40 energy. That is a big deal. There is no understating it. Not overstating it, wrong way around. No overstating it. That is a big deal. The enemies are frozen, full crowd control, completely stripping their armor. They don't get it back, it's just gone. You're dealing damage as well, which might actually kill some of the weaker units if you're lucky. Yes, slam into them. It's a good thing. Yeah, he's not the strongest of frames out there, but they don't need to be the strongest each. He's in a good spot. There are definitely far worse frames right now. Far, far worse. Chocolatey, did you really just redeem another hydrate? I am genuinely going to finish this tea before we do a mission at this rate, guys. Cheers. Hydroid is still terrible, yes. Hydroid is still... Woo, Kaz! Cheers. Is Baruch Prime live? We're not sure if he's alive or not. Like, there is that whole discussion about, you know, Excalibur Umbra and how Umbra is clearly alive and sentient. Is Baruk Prime alive? We're not sure. Honestly, we're really not sure on that one, but the frame is in the game now, yes. You'll see you've had an update, and that update will show Baruk Prime, and also it says, up there, Lewis Bray, Baruk Prime, 17 minutes ago. Yeah, he's in the game now. Vaki-chan, I get where you're coming from, but honestly, people need to give more respect to where Frost is at. Frost isn't a very weak frame. Frost has total area crowd control, long-range attack denial through his snow globe, the slowing of enemies that do manage to make their way into it, and you can shoot them on the way in, unlike with the defense of Limbo, which locks out the ability to shoot those on the outside. And then there's the fact that it's the complete armor strip. Like, Frost is not slacking. Frost is really not slacking. Is that the default Frost skin? This is Frost Prime skin. I have changed the colors, yeah. What's the defaults? There's the defaults. That's Frost Prime normally. And this is Frost Prime when I had a go at it. Because I decided it needed to look colder. So yeah. Let's have a look then at the Baruk relics. What have we got here? We've got an Axie, a Lith, a Miso, and a Neo. So Baruk is spread all the way across the system in that regard. And the Axie has the rare parts. Of course it does. Oh, that's going to be the most painful of all of them to farm right there. Baruk Prime Neuroptics Axie B5. And there's the Baruk Prime blueprint on the rare of the Lith. Oh, this is great. 2 rares in a row. This is wonderful. We've got the Miso relic here, which is a common for the Baruk part. And then we have the A8, where it's an uncommon. So we've got a common, uncommon, and 2 rares. Oh, that is a painful one right there. That is definitely a painful one right there. Yikes. Because if I recall correctly, when Revenant came out, Revenant, well, we can have a look at the relics I've got loads of. You can see here, already, Revenant, not a single Axie relic popping up for him. You can get Revenant from just Lith and Miso relics. We've got Revenant, yeah, it's a rare on a Lith. And we have Revenant Prime Neuroptics Uncommon on a Lith. We have the Revenant Common on the Miso, and then the Revenant Uncommon on a Miso. Revenant is stupidly easy to get. In comparison, Baruk Prime is definitely going to be much more of a grind. As I was saying, good thing you like Baruk so much. Yeah! Absolutely my favourite frame. Can't wait to get the Prime and put 3 Umbral Formers into him. Hell, why not go 4 Umbral Formers? No. Just no. Chuck saying only commons and uncommons? Was that Revenant? No. Revenant Prime on Lith rare. So one of the Liths is a rare drop for Revenant, but still, Revenant is really, really easy to get compared to Baruk. Like, stupidly easy to get. You don't even need a Neo relic, let alone an Axie. Let me see, can I get some of those relics real quick? I do not have much in the way of packs ready, but let's see. Baruk? No. Well, I was hoping. How about if we go to the Groffits? Have they got some Baruk parts for me? Baruk? That is Aya. No. We don't want any more of these. I'm good on that. I've already got Ivara. Let's try it again. Baruk? I just said no more Aya. Stop. Baruk. Oh my god. When do we get this lucky for Aya? When does anyone get this lucky for Aya? No Baruk, all the Aya. Seriously, what's good? Baruk. Well, at least the Aya stopped. And we got a Baruk part. Okay, cool. We got one Baruk part. Right. Okay. That's ooh, that's a bit painful. Okay. Right. Yeah. I'm gonna find some more relic packs somewhere at some point. But we should get cracking on. We've been talking long enough about the update is here and patch notes and yada yada yada. Let's have a look at actually getting on with today's sortie. And if you want to be part of today's sortie, send me a message in game. I'll bring you into the squad. I'm guessing Zom is wanting to be part of that. Yeah. Let's take this on. We got Ellie who wanted to join in. There we are. Let's see. So we have an exterminate with enemy elemental enhancement toxin. Ooh, definitely don't want to be bringing a shield gate tank to that one. We got mobile defense with radiation hazard. Cool. And interception energy reduction. They hate us today. We got toxin damage thrown out. We've got radiation on our mobile defense, and then we have an interception, which just as a thing is boring. Oh, they hate us today. Like, I think about the only way they could make this worse is if this mission somehow was actually the ambulance. And it replaced this one. But, overall that is not looking spicy, is it? That's not looking too good. Atari, come on in. Is it worth using Steel Essence to buy relic packs? That's an interesting question. If you are uninterested in trying to get hold of Brooks relics properly, if you just have Steel Essence lying around, you're like, oh, what am I going to do with all this Steel Essence? Then, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. However, if you are not just overburdened with Steel Essence, then no, don't do it. Because it probably will not be worth your time to do it that way. If you are really in a rush to get Brook, just get farming generally. In fact, start loading up random public fissures. One, to get void traces for when you do get the Brook relics, and two, because people will probably start bringing the Brook relics anyway into public fissures and you just scoop up the part. Easy win. But for Steel Essence, honestly, really not worth it, no. Unless you are swimming in it, just not worth it. Alright, so, seeing as we've got Toxin to deal with, let's bring a dude who just tanks. Just pure, unadulterated tank. And I'll bring Majurai because why not? Just why not? Let's get cracking on this, shall we? Let's go get ourselves some good stuffs. Anyway, saying got 3/4 of red prime from other people's random relics. It works. It does work. Absolutely, it does work. What's worth buying with Steel Essence? With Steel Essence, you want to be getting the primary and secondary arcane adapters. Those are brilliant to have because of the huge improvements to your weapons damage output it makes. Like, seriously, plus 360% damage without using a mod slot? Yeah, go get that, absolutely. Those are the primary things you want to be picking up there. Aside from that, you've got the option of things like Kuva. Instead of relic packs, you'll get the occasional pop-ups like the Umbreformer and the Rivens. Those are good to pick up as well, the weekly options. So relic packs start dropping way down the list until, as I said, you're swimming in the stuff. Alright, these guys have toxin damage, but I also have toxin damage. Did that kill any of them? I don't think it did. I don't think it killed a single one of them, so I'll just shoot them. Because Foremen do kind of go burr. There we are, got my melee kills, got the stacks. As I was talking about, that 360% damage bonus. So, it's now become a point-and-click adventure. Let's put out a bit of fire, though. Can't go wrong with a little bit of fire. All these things over here burning. That's exactly what you like to see, isn't it? Zom, did you just fail to get in again? What is going on with your game, Zom? You're not even on a console, you're on PC. Why is your game constantly dying? And I know you don't know the answer to that, but why? Damn shield gate from a... with help from the bloody Xmas there, ruining my shots. Is there one more here? There he is. Ramstein, you got it wrong with a bit of fire? Yeah, I didn't know if I was quoting them there or not. I just believe it. If you're in a situation like this where there's a load of enemies wanting to take your face off, it's even with a load of fire, does generally do a good amount of work. Damage over time. Has the enemy just flailing rather than attacking. Removes armor. I mean, it's a good thing.
successful mission. Find extraction.
Gib lift, please. Gib lift. Oh, I see, Raptor. I see. Now we just wait for everyone else to get here. Solar Theo saying, Genji, been watching a lot of your stuff lately, so we've got to ask, how many hours do you have in Team Fortress 2? The good question. I think it's like 2,000. Let me check. Let me check real quickly here. Team Fortress of the 2 variety. Oh no, not quite 2,000, my bad. 1,642. 1,642. All 3 of us are here. There's only 3 of us in this mission. Oh, that was a nice sound of headshots right there. That was a very nice sound of headshots. One of us, I'm proud. I mean, I'm called the Kengineer, and my tagline is, let's solve practical problem. Where else would I have got that inspiration? Especially if you then also look at one of my very earliest videos, please don't, Meet Equinox. Where else would I get the inspiration? If not the war-themed hat simulator. It's kind of on the nose. It's kind of on the nose, I know. Righty, we're on to our mobile defense with radiation hazard. Yeah, if it's a radiation hazard, you know what I'm doing. You know what I'm doing. I'm not having that come out and ruin my day. Nuh-uh, not a thing. Not happening. Where is he? Where is he? If I scroll past him again, I do this. There's normal, but I don't want normal. Where is the standard? There he is. We got the wizard. Can I say, look, I'm the Kengineer, I solve practical problems like engineer. For starters, I was born on the wrong continent, so that's going to be particularly difficult for me, not going to lie. But I mean, I can give it a shot. Let me try to remember the intonation, the approach. How's he go for it? Look, buddy, I'm a Kengineer. That means I solve practical problems. Not problems such as, what is beauty? Because for the love of fucking God, what is that? We don't do beauty on this channel. We don't do beauty on this channel. Have I done the Archon Hunt? I have not done the Archon Hunt. I think we might save that one for Sunday. We've already spent a lot of time on not Void Storms, and the channel is advertised that we're going to be doing Void Storms, so I'm gonna do the Archon Hunt on Sunday. We'll leave that to another time. But seriously though, that dropship is ugly. There is slightly unsightly, there's ugly, and then there's fugly. And bro, you're on the fugly end. And that is not a compliment. Spins! The great thing about this spin ability is if someone else gets a rad proc, I will almost instantly just evaporate them. They have to be very careful not to get rad proc. What have we got on the team here? We got a Nova Prime and a Gauss. Oh, they're playing with fire. They are playing with fire. I thought I was on Zeneric. I just activated Void Strike. Alright. Extra damage. Foeman hits for a second, I guess. There's my energy. That's why you've seen that ship 5 times. You've probably seen them here on the stream before now. Elio and Hitari are both regulars. Did the patch notes mention anything about having an ability to turn shards into Tau Forge? Nope. Oh, I would have been singing if there was some news about Tau Forge, and I would have been screaming if it was converting 2 or more shards into Tau Forge. And it wouldn't be a good scream. Instead, we have no news. No news whatsoever on the Tau Forge front.
We are finished here. Move on.
If someone's going to kill the console? I mean, Gauss isn't immune to radiation.
Prepare.
Like, Straight up. Gauss can get Radproct. There's nothing stopping that happening. That's why I got Revenant. Revenant isn't just immune to Radproct, he's immune to friendly fire. You try to friendly fire Revenant, you kill yourself. Straight up. He just sends it right back at you. No you. Reverse card. I don't need Tower Forge shards to be buffed. I'm fine with them being at a reduced rate. Okay. I acknowledge that D wanted 2 tiers of shards, and they wanted second tier of shard to come at a slower rate. I'm not sure why they really felt it necessary, to be quite honest with you, but I acknowledge that's their design. My issue is with the fairness of it, because there is nothing you can do to improve your luck. There is no pity system, there's no re-rolling, no nothing. You either get it or you don't, and that is it. And in a game like Warframe, that's simply just not good enough. We already get shafted on RNG a bajillion times over by the time we get to Archon hunts. Why do it again on a weekly, one-time reward? It's just not needed. That's my opinion on it. That's my issue with it. Oops, I got Radproct in between casts. That was impressive. I got Radproct in between casts of Mesmer Skin. That was unlikely. Ryatsu, did you actually want to get 2035? Because the last person who redeemed that had no idea what the hell they were clicking. So are you absolutely certain you want to be 2035? Oh, someone dropped the thing. Oops. Yeah, I've got 5 Tower Forge, so I'm not speaking from a place of bad luck. I've been really lucky. Okay, it seems to me that Ryatsu doesn't want to respond, so I guess we'll just 2035 him. They asked to be timed out for 2035 seconds, so we'll time him out for 2035 seconds. See you in half hour, mate. It says on the redemption what it does. It says it when you click it. Last person to click it didn't read it. Didn't want to be timed out. I'm like, bruh, you just spent 2,000 channel points. They don't come in 5 seconds. Do you want to actually check what they do? There we are. That's another person timed out. Let's do some more spinning. Because spinning is good. Look at them. They come to this place when they know we are not pure. And so we just... I'm going to recast this because that's almost run out. Yeah, there is that, Zom. There is that. You can at least use the Twitch web app, which is a lot better than being on mobile, isn't it?
Mission complete.
Really? Right in the doorway. Damn nullifiers. Cool. 2 missions down, 1 to go. And that, of course, means, chat, that we'll be opening up the prediction. What reward do you think we'll get today? Are we going to get a NASA sculpture? Are we going to get a Riven? Are we going to get a booster? Or something else from today's sortie? Hello, Max Madge. What are we up to? We're up to reading stream titles. That's what we're up to today. Just, you know. Zom, it's actually easier if you use the mod view. As a moderator, you can go to the mod view of a stream. So it's twitch.tv/moderator/ the name of the stream. Non-moderators can't access that for a stream. And that allows you to see the redemptions. You can click on the name of the redemption, the reward request queue, and then just, that brings up the person's timeout. It is really easy to do if they don't post a message. That's how I do the timeout every time for that. I'll make sure I definitely get the right person. Alrighty, interception, void, energy reduction. Let me go get him at Lavos. Oh, well, fair enough, Zom. Now you know. Nah, yeah, no. Alrighty, levels. Come on, let's go smash the faces in. Vic, there is no system for preventing repeats in the sortie. The sortie, like most of Warframe, is unmitigated RNG. We accept it in that, one, it's been around for this long, they're not going to change it, and two, the rewards that we actually care for from it are common enough that it's not the end of the world. Though they waited it to prevent repeats years ago? No. 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 No, no, no,
Nearby communications towers are broadcasting crucial enemy intelligence. Capture the towers and decode any incoming messages.
Can I say no again? No. This game is really reluctant to use pity systems built into the game itself. There are very, very few. Apparently Necros, the Necros farm that is, with Levantis, that one has a built-in no duplicate system, but only for the very next mission. And even that, I'm not sure if it's still even there, because it's so hard to verify, to be quite honest with you. There is the pity system that was built in for the Kuva and Tenet weapons, in obtaining those from Liches and Sisters. And you've got Valence Fusion, I suppose that is a kind of pity system. It is, yeah, it's a pity system. It is actually a pity system, so I'll give it that. We've got the pity system in the resources, first with Scarlet Spear and then repeated now with the Varuna farm. But most things don't have a pity system to them in this game, no. Most things do not have a pity system. I just heard that guy, I wasn't even looking, I just heard that guy swipe to my right at midair, stood here with a shitty little butcher's axe. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get the Tenno that's running circles over there. Dude, you're really not. Really not. B is apparently struggling. I'm gonna send my fire support from here, in that I'm literally just gonna launch some fire from here. And apparently piss off an Arsen Xmas. Burn. Oh, he did not survive on that little health. You can get killed by this. Oh, it didn't kill him. It did 10 damage though, which was cool. Let me try that again. Come on, come on, come. I can kill him with this. I can kill him with this. Come on. I can do it. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? God damn it. I lost track of him. I just wanted him to die to that. I just wanted him to die to that. It'd have been so good. But no. No, but just everything had to spawn on me for doing that. Ah, yeah. The agents that spawn in the void are so annoying because they're 90% damage reduction. So annoying. And the overguard they add too. Loose Moose, I can only invest resources into making either a good Nezha or a good Wukong. Which should I choose? Wukong is the more versatile, and if you're at the level where you can only invest in one Warframe, you probably need Wukong more than Nezha. Nezha can theoretically go to higher levels, but you're not even at low levels yet. If you're that limited on resources, so Wukong will be the better pickup. I know I probably pissed off the Nezha mains with that, and all the anti-meta slaves. Wukong is a better all-rounder. As I'm saying, you know, I want to know if you want to... Oh, sorry. You know, I want to know if you've had a similar feeling. Okay, I want to know if you had a similar feeling again. Been using the Indem with Varuna, but despite being the stronger of the two, can't help but think, man, I could be using the Praetos and go faster. It might come down to build choices on that, especially with Varuna. Varuna enables some interesting stuff. Varuna enables some really interesting stuff, which I haven't even explored in the 35-minute video. I've kind of set the scene for it, but I've realized that Varuna opens up some modding that we just wouldn't consider normally for melee weapons. Remind me to show you that Zom after this mission. I'll show you what I mean. Varuna opens up some really curious modding options. Like, seriously curious. More than that, Zom. Oh, far more. I am mentioning that already. No. Far more than just, oh, your hammer does slash. Hello, Warframe. How goes the practical problem solving business? Absolutely splendidly. Absolutely splendidly. Gotta say, you guys are giving me a lot of work to do with Varuna. Like, wow, that frame has a hell of a lot going on. You have really given me a lot to do on that frame. But that video's not out yet, so you'll have to enjoy the same spoilers everyone else gets, which is piecemeal bit by bit. I think I put together something like 6,000 words for her. 6,000 words in the script I put together for the next video. Just a little bit. It's gonna be my longest to date. Because my god, has that frame got a lot going on. And no, I'm not talking about the couple of bugs I've reported. Those are separate. Warframe watching a Warframe stream. What is this conception? This is just, you know, how well Warframe respects their creators. They come in and they show their support in person. This is how much they respect their creators. They're also probably wondering where the hell the Void Storms are because of the stream title, but we're not through the sortie yet. No, someone deployed a hotfix the moment I started my stream. Don't know who that is. Don't know who could have done that. Just out of nowhere, suddenly hotfix right at the start of stream. It happens. We all knew it was coming. These guys really like being here all of a sudden. It's fine, it gave us some patch notes to read, including a very curious one at the bottom about dealing damage to weapons. Not damage by weapons, but damage to weapons. You got me lost on that one. Yeah, definitely got me lost on that one. I thought from where I was looking at a D&D patch note. Damage to objects. Oh, we've been doing enough D&D on this stream. Actually, no, we haven't been doing enough. We're going to be doing more on Friday, guys. If you want to see me turn Warframes into Dungeons & Dragons monsters, we're doing that again on Friday. And this time I'll be looking at Chroma. We've made our way through Ash, Atlas, Banshee, Baruch. Yes, we had Baruch Prime on the stream before Warframe did. We've already got Volt, Mag, and Excalibur. And next it's going to be Chroma. Next it's going to be Chroma. Again, what has been your favourite frame rework so far? Oh, I've not been playing the game since the start. I joined just after Wisp was released, believe it or not. So the actual reworks, I've not been around for that many of them. That said, I know that Wukong went through one hell of a rework, and I really do enjoy Wukong, so probably that one. Just by default of how much I enjoy Wukong, and how much I've seen posts from the past saying, oh god, Wukong terrible. I'd say probably Wukong. No. I left for a second. No touching. Go away. And you. And literally all of these guys. Wow, what is this? Oh, no! Alex saying, hello chat, if I buy a Twitch account with rewards to Warframe. Alright, you know what, mate? No. Don't buy accounts. You terrible, terrible person. Do not buy accounts. Don't be terrible. Literally, the Warframe account is here right now. You actual muppet. I mean, that's pulling up in front of a police station and going, yo, is this the place to buy drugs? What? Well done. Oh my, and it's a pineapple. It's a pineapple, guys. Let's see, who gambled on a pineapple today? 6 of you thought we were going to get a pineapple. Aeon135 throwing 1,200 spanners at that. Aeon, you're getting back quite a few thousand more in response. Enjoy. You're very, very right on your prediction there. There you go. God, look at that. We've only just got through the sortie, and already we've had a hot fix. We've had a brand new prime suddenly appear. We've had that scout over there turn up on the screen. Let's just not have any more of that, shall we? We've got a pineapple. We got Warframe themselves, and we got someone who's decided to get their messages immediately nuked. It's amazing what can happen in the first part of a stream. It's amazing. McDonald's branded scout. It's... I mean, it's certainly something there, isn't it? It's... Oh my god. Wow. That's a notification that's going to be going for a while there. Warframe yourselves. Thank you very, very much for the 40 gifted subscriptions. You heard that right, chat. 40. Going out to Datanasi, to Dragon505, to Tommy Tot, to Dex Singh, to Potion Brewer, to Norman Bellow, to the Sentient Waffle, to is that Denildil? Yeah, Denildil, to Digital Kensei, to the Lobster Dog, to Absolute, to Vfug, to Imytholim, to Captain Lonesong, to Adgeist, to Dan Junior's Melon. Interesting username, there we go. The Great Caped Goomba, the Chonabog, to Baunt, to Zero Mass, to Seaweed, to Revilo, to Raff Red Wolf, to Purple, to Pharaoh, to Happy Cat, to Drift Now, to 2, to Luca Boy, to Zilnix, to Evie, to What the Funny, to Dun Feynman, to Cheese Enjoyer, to Joshy Wild, to Sigzay, to Swag Pepper, yes, we're still going, to Disaster Maker, to Tits Salem, to Vindel Viper. Thank you very, very much, Warframe, for the 40 gifted subs across the board there. And then Mactan returning the favour, gifting one over to Warframe as well. Everyone gets a gifted sub, except for those who don't. Mactan, Warframe, both of you, you absolute legends. Thank you very, very much. Everyone who just got a gifted sub there, make sure you thank Warframe for that. That is huge. Wow. That animation's going to keep going for a while. It is popping up on stream proper, isn't it? Yep, there it is. That's going to keep going for a while. I think it's popping up. My Twitch stream on my side is actually crapped out. Oh, there we go. It's working again. Wow. Thank you. Well, that certainly makes it an interesting stream, doesn't it? That is certainly a very, very interesting stream. My word. On that note, I think it's time that we head on over to, would you believe it, a little bit of Voidstorm action. I know I promised it like an hour ago, but here we are. Here we are. We hit 1 hour? Absolutely. We're at the 1 hour mark and we're going to start on the Voidstorms, you know. I may start the stream on time, but I don't start the stream on time. Or something like that. Cheers in any case. I need to drink after all those names again, just a little bit. Let me finish up my tea. Ooh. Cheers indeed. And Addy, as ever, asking for EDM. Addy, of course, let me give you some of that. Let me give you some of that EDM right now. I will turn down the volume on that because it will be a bit louder than the other lists. There we are. Pixel perfect. Whew. Well, that was quite a bit. That is absolutely quite a bit. Alright then, so we're going to head over to some Voidstorms. Now at this point, as always, if you want to join in, send me a message in game, the Kengineer. Exclamation mark join if you don't know how to do that. But yeah, I'll bring you on into a squad. If we get more requests than we have slots, then I will absolutely rotate people around. Grumpy Pants wanting in on that? Absolutely. Any gifters? I'm afraid you just missed them, Emperor. I'm afraid you just missed them. The 41 gifted subs of today's stream have just happened. You missed them. Let's run up there. Yep, there we go. Do I want to bring these same weapons again? I mean, I love these weapons. I genuinely do love the Fullman. The Gaze Kick Gun. And the Praetos is a good weapon, although I do prefer the Glade Prime. Do I mix it up a bit, chat? Notifications still happening on that recent. They are still going, yeah. 40 is a big number. You have yourself a fantastic Teneballum as well, Warframe. Thank you very, very much for stopping by and dropping those gifted subs. That is absolutely huge right there. I really do appreciate it. And In return, I hope you really do appreciate the absolute video essay that's going to be coming out later this week, as when I get it finished. Game On asking, is this a good game to play if you mostly play solo? Yeah, absolutely. This game works absolutely fine solo. When you play with others, it does make a lot of different parts of content easier. Being able to trade with others does make access to various bits of content easier, but playing solo is completely doable in this game as well. Absolutely, Game On. There are a few systems in place even to help out with solo play, to mitigate some of the issues, like the transmutation system, which makes getting some of those crucial mod upgrades easier to do than just having to throw yourself at it all the time. So, yeah, give it a try. What's the worst that can happen? Even if you turn around and go, actually, you know what? I want to do a little bit not so solo, you can switch mode at any time. There's no problem on that. Absolutely no problem on that. Oh, hello, we just got another message just before we're launching. Invite, please, from Yoinks. So, at this point, that's where I turn to one of the two people who've been in on the sortie, and Eliu, you're a ledge. I don't even have to say who. Eliu's already taken the fall for it. Thank you, Eliu. And again, thanks for joining on the sortie. Let's bring in Yoinks. They're saying, no, we need some oil prints drop 200 subs to engineer. Take all day for notifications to finish. Oh, wow, yeah. I mean, if someone does want to clog up the stream with notifications for the entire 2 hours we got left on the stream, you go right ahead. I will not stop you. I mean, it might be a little bit obnoxious, but, wow. I suppose we could suffer it. Alright, let's see. What relic does it recommend to us? It's recommending I bring the Axie G8. That's a good idea. Let's bring the Axie G8. Let's upgrade that one to max. And let's see what value we can get out of that. Let's see what value we can get out of that one, shall we? I haven't got any of the new Baruch relics, so we won't be able to bring those today. Actually, no, I got one relic, but it doesn't match the Void Storm, so we're just going to have to go with this one. I mean, Zom, if you want to figure out how long exactly the notification is, you can do the math, Zom. This is a stream where you do the math. Or I'm saying, actually cannot wait, it's like early Christmas. We've all got some good stuff to look forward to, although, well, I wasn't even looking forward to this. You completely blown me away with that one, Warframe, so thank you again for those subs. Holy hell. You still need Garuda Prime? Oh, there we are, Grumpy Pants. Let's see if we can get you your Garuda Prime, absolutely. Let's see if we can get this for you. Yeah, Josh, it was Eliu who dropped out. Oh, look at Fancy here. Look at all those Archon shards. 4 Crimsons and an Azure. And, wait. Oh, we can see if they're... Is that showing if they're Tau Forged or not? Oh my god. I couldn't tell if I could see if they were Tau Forged or not from that. Where is this ship from? Well, this ship. This is Railjack. And it does this. Pew! Absolute boom. And even more boom. And even more boom. All of the booms. So just endless amounts of booms right there, which is beautiful. Santa frame when? I mean, we have loot frames. They're kind of like Santa, but Warframe. Let's deal with this cruise ship. That is its shields stripped. That is it immobilized. Whoever wants to do the cruise ship destructions, you absolutely can. We appear to have dropped some. Oh, no, they're loading it. It's fine. I was going to say, but yeah, it's crossplay. To be expected, they've got to take a little bit long to load. Also, it sounded like someone just boarded my ship! No! Get off. You're not welcome. Nope. This is a corrupted free zone. You are not welcome here. Please kindly disembark at the nearest airlock. We will not dock first. I'm not going to fix that. I will fix that remotely by looking at it. There we go. Is the primetime stream not today? Primetime usually runs on Thursdays, doesn't it? And today is a Wednesday. So I'm going to say no on that. Yoinks appears to still be loading in. So we'll give him time on that. Warframe International streaming right now? Ah, okay, yeah. Warframe International is streaming right now. So if you wanted to grab yourself a drop, you can go over there. If you wanted to open them on another tab, but still be watching this one, yeah. I get you. I get you. Just by saying 99% sure I'm not going to load because it's PS4, doesn't work well currently. Ah. If you don't load in, you don't load in. I mean, I understand. There are some limitations on crossplay in that not everything likes to work perfectly smoothly. Do I have a numeric suffix for crossplay? Oh, if it doesn't come up normally, let's bring that up for you. Give it a sec. 514. Huh, no, that's interesting, actually. Hold on, let me just... That is a very interesting number to get there, actually. Given how long I played on EVE Online back in the day, getting 514, quite coincidentally, is also the suffix to the game that EVE Online made as a shooter, Dust 514. It's a shame that one was only made for PS3. They could have done so much better with that. Do you have to be on PC for the raffles? No, Gremlin. Any platform can join in for the Black Raffle. Any platform can join in. Ever since I've had the ability to do that, I've made sure it's always been available to all. Atari having a little bit of difficulty there. Oh, there we go. There we go, the shots. That one has a shield on it. I think I took out the shield. Ah, but it's still got a lot of tank left on it. Oh, Yoinks is still trying to join the squad. They might get here. They might yet load still. I'm just going to take this out real quick. Ah. And the other one is up there. This will test to see if its shields are down. Its shields are down. I'm going to fire missiles and everything at it. Disable it. And if I aim right there... Ah, oh, didn't kill it. There we go. Can't even see the ship. I'm using just the marker there. Which reminds you to upgrade your railjack parts? Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're currently being hammered by the platform here. This thing is trying to missile the heck out of us, and you know, they're doing a good job of it. Destroy the radiator, easily done. There we go. Radiator destroyed. Don't even need to pay attention to it. Yeah, you can't blap that until the orange shields are gone. You need to take off the orange shields first. Like that. And with the orange shields gone, and with the ship disabled and held in place, now you can just delete it. I'm weakening its hit points, so it's more likely to one-shot. Yep, there we go. Away crew, destroying the core of the missile platform. We'll leave them to it. Let's get down here. Strip that one of its shield. Disable it. Missile it. Everything I can to just bring this thing down. Notch or two. So when the big beam hits, it's an instant flat. Beautiful. Do the same here. I know I'm riding right up to the cruise ships, which isn't really necessary for the heavy gun, but we're making absolute certain today. Alright, so we just need to take out the asteroid hangar. Someone would like to jump out here and go sort that, or it looks like someone's already onto it. Oh. Let me just not have that, thank you. Got it. We have got the extra bonus over here, which I can drop off someone at if they want to go grab that. If I angle myself here, yep. This can still take out the radiator over there, so I can just hang here while someone disembarks and does that. Here on trial, you're looking for Warframe International rather than the Warframe stream itself. Warframe International is the one that is streaming. If you take off the language filter on your search, because you might have it on still, then you should be able to see what you're looking for. That should hit. There it goes. Yep, that popped the radiator. Nailed it!
Expose the next radiator.
Now, Addy, we don't do any hacking here. No typing into the command console. You're very welcome here on trial. Very welcome.
Exterior weak point exposed.
Destroy the second radiator. So again, if I just drop that.
Decrypting
Give it a moment. Give it a moment. Give it a moment. Pop, and it pops the radiator. You see how good Shatterburst is.
one of a kind.
All the way back here, while someone grabs that,
Someone stole it.
I can grab this. It's beautiful. And we're done. Everyone return to Railjack, which we can achieve with a quick form up.
Acquired. We know people who can make good use of this.
That summons them back here.
Objectives met. Moving on.
I said that summons them back here. Did someone deny the form up? Huh. They're still making their way through. Fair enough. I thought I gave them enough time to do it. But, no, wait, why are they running? Yeah. You don't need to run, you can just teleport out. Hey, we got the Garuda Prime systems, though. Ain't that lovely? We got the Garuda Prime systems. That is worth about 29 platinum at the moment. That is worth about 29 plats. So, as a squad altogether, the three of us, that's what, 70, 80, 87 plat. We'll take that, and we got the holokeys. I mean, that's a triple win right there. Mission successful, valuable parts, and holokeys all in one. What's there to complain about? Well, not having the fourth pepper, that was unfortunate. Rip in pieces. We're going to head over to the dry dock, and then we'll be able to pick up someone else, because Zom is not with us. LU dropped out. We've got Hatari in squad, and we've got Grumpy Pants. Yoink was unable to follow us in. So Maximage, I suppose, will be able to take the next join. What do holokeys do? Holokeys are a currency item. Once you've got 40 of them, you can head over to Ergo Glast in any relay, and you can say, hey Ergo, I got 4 of these random weird things I found in space. Would you like to give me a weapon? He's like, yeah, sure. So yeah, they allow you to purchase the 4 Tenet Melees and the Tenet Spear Gun off Ergo Glast. So you need 40 of them, so 10 as a drop is 1/4 of the way there. Zami saying they got some relics. I'll put you into the queue. We got Max and Madge wanting to join in at the moment. In fact, we bring in Max and Madge, and then Hatari, you with us as well for the sortie. So I'm going to ask you very kindly if you could pop out here. You've already got your gold reward. You've already made bank. So if you kindly make a space for Nazami, we'll cycle the squad around. Thank you very much, Hatari. Have a good one. Nazami, you got a space. Come on in. And there we have our crew as we head on out to the next mission. Alright, I don't know why it keeps zooming in on Earth, Proxima. We are definitely not dealing with Earth. We are going all the way up here. It's probably going to be the G8 is the most valuable again, so of course, yeah, I'm just going to keep on bringing that for you guys. Give you the most money of that I can. At least that's the relics I've got. Exactly, Oddball. Yeah, you kill your sister to get a gun, and then you also take the key out of your sister's pocket and you hand it off to some sketchy dude at a shop for another gun. That's exactly Warframe in a nutshell. Also, if your sister has this kind of cool-looking skirt, you can wear that too. What is this game? What is this game? Standard capitalism? No, Nazam, no. No. Murdering your sister is not capitalism. That is not how it's supposed to work. Are we murdering our siblings? No, we're not murdering our siblings. We're murdering our sister. It's different.
This will get a little bumpy.
Subtle, but it's different. We fight alongside our brothers, and there we get stock. And for that, we get more weapons. You know, everything's great. So kill your sister, take her weapon, take her keys, and trade them in for more weapons. But with your brothers, you free your brothers, and then you get more weapons. In the end, you get weapons. Addy, I just spent a few minutes explaining to you why it's different. If you don't want to hear me, don't ask the question. I can redefine you as a sister and kill you, you know. Probably one of the weirdest things I've ever said, but there we go. Quite a crow saying you don't. Oh, quite a cow, I should say, saying you don't need to equip relics in Voidstorm to get corrupted holokeys as a mission reward. Yeah, but you really should be taking relics. You really should be taking relics, especially if you're in a squad, because if you're not taking a relic, you're taking up a spot of someone who would have brought a relic, so you're disadvantaging the squad. Don't do that. If you're going into a relic Fisher or Voidstorm without a relic, go solo. Do not subject other people to your lack of resources. Okay, the asteroid hangar, I missed the radiator, so it's going to be on the other side. There it is. Should have known.
One radiator down. Make it 2.
If you're done in the seat, I will happily take that seat off of you. Thank you very much. Yeah, here we go. Excuse me whilst I pour everything into that ship. And it's gone.
Radiator naked. Hit them with all we have got.
It's gone.
Cruise ship down. Then use up some space.
Oh, there is a radiator to take out. Let me just quickly...
Experimental Grineer war vessel.
There we go. Cruise ship. Redisable it. Re-hit it with missiles. Grab the seat again, and let's delete that. There's not Twitch drops on this stream, How Wicked. You're looking for the Warframe International stream. That's one that currently has drops available on it. And then you can come back here for the raffle, all the same. And there are also drops available tomorrow on Prime Time, on the Warframe main stream, rather than Warframe International.
We have a close turbine strengthening every craft. Get on board and shut it down.
Alright, so we are cleaving through these fighters. 74 down, a few more to go. They're dying as I look at them, which is exactly what we want. We need to destroy a radiator over here. If I do that, that'll destroy the radiator quite nicely. There we are, beautiful. There's another cruise ship. That one has got a shield on it. I'm going to need to crack through that. That will have cracked through it. With its shields down, I can now punch a hole in that one as well. Anyone seen Varuna Prime? Varuna Prime's not going to be around for a while. You realise that, right, dude? It's going to be a long time before we get that. Oh, we got borders. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's say hello to them. Hi, mate. Hi, mate. Was that the only one? That can't have been the only border. That's pathetic. They must have died before I got there. Alright, let's take out the radiators. Let's lock onto that, fire the missile. Take off the defensive stuff. There we go. That thing has no defenses anymore.
Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Has he revealed when Baruch Prime is supposed to drop? Yes, it dropped about 1 hour 20 minutes ago. Baruch Prime is here today, now. Log in. Weaken the heck out of this one. There we go. Great way to find out. I know, right? You pop into a live stream, you get exactly the answer you're looking for. You go, oh wow, this stream is amazing. I better come back another time. You know, something like that.
Cruise ship down. That clears up some space.
Did they drop a hotfix with Baruch or just the frame? They haven't changed Baruch, if that's what you're asking. Baruch is still the same old Baruch. Baruch Prime is going to have some enhanced stats, but otherwise it's Baruch.
Indicating nearby derelict. Derelict boarded.
That should be nice and weak. There we go. That is all fully destroyed. We've got someone over on the derelict who is happily looting that for us. Let's see where they're at with it. I'll hit this as soon as they let go of that console. Forming up.
Decrypting archives. Crew, you might find this interesting.
And that brought them on board to get some absolute trash. Oh my god, this is terrible. This is terrible. Wow. Any thoughts on the next Prime? Nope, brain completely smooth on that one. Hey, holokeys, at least we got those. Ooh, ribbon slivers as well. 3 ribbon slivers. That's shiny. Yeah, it's probably going to be Hildren. It's just not been announced, so we don't know for certain. But probably Hildren. Oh, Quayla, please don't post a link without first getting authorization from a moderator or being a subscriber. It's an anti-bot measure. Yeah, just check before you post a link. It's the same on a lot of streams. Grid Pants want to switch to Remnant. Alright, I'll cancel that vote. Hey, Retsu. You didn't think it would time you out? Ah, I see. I thought having had this exact same thing happen last stream, I thought we'd learned. Never mind. Now you know, Retsu. I'm curious though, what did you think was going to happen? I want to learn this so I can see what I can do to make the option clearer. What did you think was going to happen when you redeemed Get 2035, Ryatsu? I'm genuinely curious as to what you thought was going to happen. Oh hey, we got an Ignis Raid blueprint as well. Man, that used to be a whole thing, didn't it? I'll tell you what I didn't do, chat. I did not empty out my already collected junk in the dry dock stuff here. So I've got a load of stuff here that's been from previous missions. Let me get rid of this so we can see what I gathered through the stream, minus a few bits. Let me get rid of these ones real quick. I mean, it's only a little bit of endo. How much is this? 9,900 endo. It's not that much. Let's get rid of those now. There we go. So we'll see how much more I have at the end of the stream now. I've got rid of those ones. Yes, Zom has shared the link for the patch notes. Thank you, Zom. Alright, so let's jump into our next storm. I'm going to bring in the same Geo because, you know, why not? You thought it would give you some kind of chat option, sort of. I see. Well, the more you know. Both you and me. Being timed out is a heck of a chat option. Wow. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Wow. Technically, yes. But yes. So what's the wording I have there? I have it. It says time at yourself for 2,035 seconds. I just need to somehow make that clearer. I don't know what I need to do there exactly. I might just need to put in capitals after that initial blurb. You will not be able to speak. Maybe that's what I need to do. I'm hoping that would clear it up for someone who is, as you say, not exactly fluent in English as a first language. I'd like to do something to avoid that happening too often. This is a chat option that'll take away your option to chat. That sounds like it would be too confusing. Someone was able to stop me on redeems. I'm not stunned so much as trying to avoid people being timed out when they don't want to be. That's the main thing I want to avoid. I would say Banshee will silence you. It's not obvious enough. It's not supposed to be a meme. It's supposed... Well, the option is a meme, but the explanation is supposed to make it clear. It is a meme. You are removing your ability to talk. I thought it was clear, but I was wrong on that. That's all. I want to avoid that happening in future. Especially, as I say, it has happened the last 2 streams. That one dead? It ain't dead. Let's give it a moment to die. Alright, it's dead. Let's go kill something else. There's another cruise ship. Let's disable that. Have I gotten Varuna yet? DE gifted me Varuna. I had Varuna day 1 from DE themselves. Wonderful, that is dealt with over there. They got this one down as well? Yes, they have. We've got a good gunner, guys. We've got a good gunner. Everything that we need to do there is done. That is good. Full speed over here. We've definitely got a good gunner. I saw them preempting the Shadow Burst. They're doing it themselves. I might go with that one, Ladybug. Yeah, you will not be able to chat. Are you sure about this? Use the DM wording. Straight from Dungeons & Dragons, the DM asking the most scary of questions. Are you sure? Because if your DM asks that, either you double down and take whatever comes next, or you go, hold on, I've missed something. What am I about to fuck up? Those are the 2 options when your DM asks, are you sure? And you'd think more players would take the hold on, let me think about this option. They don't. They don't. Because they want to see what's going to happen. And you know, I kind of want to see how far they'll take it as well. So, yeah, it's a thing. Did I miss the radiator? There is no way that missed... Oh, they hit the rocks in front. This damn missile platform hidden in amongst the rocks. You miss those, damn those D&D days? Yeah. Yeah. It's fun. It's a thing. We need that cruise ship there, but we also need reactant first. Whoever's on the groundwork is not getting the reactant we need, and that is a problem. Because I need to go get reactant. Let me pop that. Might as well. I'm here. Let's pop inside and sort that out. I've got a D&D channel. We occasionally do... Well, I've been doing for the last few weeks on this channel, turning Warframes into D&D monsters. But that's slightly different. That's not actual D&D. I don't stream actual D&D. I may in the future, but it's not something I've done so far. And there's not something for it specifically on the Discord, no. The hull has been breached! The hull has been breached! Let me fix that remotely because I am that powerful. Relic is done, so I can just go back aboard the ship now.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
And look at that, the ship is fixed. All I need to do is look in its general direction. That's how powerful we are.
Not nag, but in short order, everything that is inside this ship will be outside this ship.
No, someone has got the thing to fire. I'll just let them do it. There's saying cool dibs on joining if you ever do that kind of stream. I mean, I'm seeing a lack of things next to your name to allow you to claim dibs on anything on this channel, my dude. Dibs on anything happening on stream definitely goes to the people who make the stream happen. I suppose... I've already got 3 of the Mirages. I'll take the Phantasma piece. They're worth the same. If we got reactant was a thing, yeah, definitely don't forget reactant's a thing. Definitely don't forget that that's a thing. Alright, let's pick up our next mission. It's going to be the G8. It's prices don't change quick enough for it to not be the G8 is the correct option, so we'll keep on bringing G8s. Whilst they remain valuable, I will remain happy to bring them. We're not going to get any Baruch relics along the way today, I don't think. I don't know if they'll drop here at all. I don't think they would. Oh, that's it. We got a Junker's drop here, so you never know. We might actually get one. 2 S8s. Yeah, those are the Nyx and Valkyr ones. If we're really, really lucky, we might end up getting a Baruch relic whilst we're here.
Void storm rolling in. Batten down the
If I were to run a D&D stream, even as a one-off, I think the first thing I would do would be to do a one-shot against Warframes, the monsters I've been making. Give them a trial run, give you guys something you literally cannot get anywhere else. Warframes as D&D monsters. Spec'd out by yours truly. Are you able to see how long you've been in a stream or just how long the stream has been live? If you wanted to see how long you've been in a stream today, I don't think so, no. If you want to see how long you've been in a stream in total, ! Watch time. Is that going to reach? Yes! I've just disabled a cruise ship from 12 kilometers away. But someone else is in the main gun, so I can't shoot it. Damn it. I'm going to re-disable it. Just on a matter of principle. And I wonder if the main gunner we've got is ballsy enough to try shooting that one from this distance. Oh, it's moving. It's moving. They hit it. Full credit to them. They hit it. Now let's get closer. There we are. Now they should be able to pop it from here. Go wait for cross save to happen? I know, I know. When they have news on that, they'll let us know. Until then, we just gonna have to roll with it. Ship kill platform is this one. If I fire that shot right there, that should hit. Come on, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Yes! I nailed the radiator. First try. Alright, where's our next cruise ship? Do we have another cruise ship to blow up yet? We do not. Okay. We will just drift around this thing. Taunting it. At full speed as well. Oh, I got stuck. I mean, this thing's trying to keep up with us. And it just has no chance. Because look at that. We're just running circles around it. When does the raffle get pulled? At the end of the stream. If you're in it, you've got a chance to win it. If you have to step away at the end of the stream, so long as your DMs are open for me to send you the message, if you are the winner at the end of the stream, you've got 24 hours to claim it. If you don't have your DMs open, then, well, don't miss it, basically. That has happened where someone has closed off their DM, so I've been unable to let them know they won. They didn't message me, rules the raffle, and rolled on to the next person.
Cruise ship reinforcement has arrived.
God, you gotta love this Seeker Missile. They're so damn good. Look at that. Just look at that.
Fighters.
That is absurdly powerful. Although some of them survived. Let me fix that. This thing has a bit of extra hit points, but we got the main gunner for that, and it's gone. Chris 3D Print Shop say, thinking on it, playing against Warframe in D&D is terrifying. Here's Gara say hello to 99% damage reduction. She doesn't have that. And I'm just getting over time. I mean, I don't convert the Warframes into D&D monsters blindly. I don't just pick up some numbers and drop them over in the other one. I actually do design them, which is why they're not finished, because it takes a lot of work. It takes a hell of a lot of work.
Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Let's just get rid of that defensive bubble. Weaken that. How do you check if your DMs are closed? Sorry, you're new to Twitch. If you're new to Twitch, your DM shouldn't be closed. In fact, I can check it right now for you. Let me see. Open up user, timeout, ban, message. There we go. Here, I've just sent you a test message. And yep, it's sent. So you're fine. Your DMs aren't closed, Gremlin. It's a privacy setting, so that tells me by default it is not blocking messages, which is good. By default, it's okay. It's just if someone chooses to mess it up. Just signing into viewers' DMs. You know I don't need to do that, Pharaoh the Crow. You know I don't need to do it like that. Come on with his pretty face. Fine. Alright, we just need to take out these final cruise ships. Oh, wait, no, there's a radiator we need to pop first. Quick spin. That should pop it. Yep, that popped the radiator. Lovely. I'm doing alright, thank you, Ajax. How are you doing by yourself?
All research acquired and copied. Excellent work. We can get out of here.
And we just need this last one to unalive.
Direct attention. Remaining targets. Unwelcome visitors inbound. Prepare to repel.
Ta-da! That should be splendid. Return to Railjack. Let's hit the former.
Enemy forces.
Bring everyone home.
Threats neutralized.
Hey! Ooh, that is a shiny piece right there. Yeah, there's dual carriage parts going for 10 plat apiece, which is still shiny for a bronze part. But 28 platinum? I can't turn that down. This is the kind of loot you want to see. Every piece here worth double-digit plat. Nom nom nom. Gremlin saying, thanks, I think you're the first streamer I found I'm going to keep watching. My dude, that is music to my ears, or music to my eyes. I'm reading it. Like, you know what I mean. Glad you're enjoying the stream here, dude. Glad you're enjoying the stream. We're really getting these Axie S8 today, ain't we? Just pouring them out. Alright, you know what? Let's mix this up a little bit. Let's head over to... These ones should have Neo. We've got Volatile, Survival. Let's do the Survival one. Why not? Let's do the Survival... Oh, no, those are Axies. Never mind. Let's not do that. Let's go to Neptune Proxima, where we got Survival or Volatile. Wow. Cool. Yeah. Let's do this because we got Neo. And if I search Baruch A8, there we go. Let's upgrade it. Give us the best chance to get the Brook part. Let's mix it up a bit. Yeah, the Eleka overlay is honestly so powerful. Like, there is a reason I rep it. It is really, really good. I don't know if DE really want to spend the time on developing this kind of overlay themselves, though, Joshy. That's the problem. Because it's not easy to implement this kind of thing themselves in a consistent manner that also then doesn't give them too much overhead to work on in maintaining it in future. So I can understand if they're reluctant to do it themselves. Yeah, we got that. Oh, relic I'm looking for, but we got it.
Storm imminent. This will get a little bumpy.
Alrighty. Let's approach the Corpus Pillar. What do we have to do to crack this one? Destroy 2 cruise ships and 1 priority target. Okay. Alright, crew. We've not trained even a day for this. Let's figure out who's doing what. We got 1 person in Archwing already. They are flying over to the bonus objective by the looks of it. Yep. So I'm going to quickly shunt over here, and I'm going to get started on that one because I have a nice tanky frame. Unless, I think Grumpy Pants just went to do it themselves. Oh yeah, Grumpy Pants has gone to do it. So if Grumpy Pants are doing that, I will focus here, because we're rewarded. And then we'll focus on cruise ships alongside our heavy gunner, Nazami. Alright, so, benefit of having the gun that I have is we can just zap through the shield, take it out, disable this, it is now weak as all hell, ready for Nazami to just send it into the cold below. Beautiful! Am I intentionally farming a book or just a coincidence? Honestly, we just happen to have a relic for it. It's the one relic I managed to get out of relic pack so far, so I thought why not? Just throw it out there. It is the latest Prime after all, so why not? Ah, someone's got the shiny from the bonus over there. That's been unlocked. We're just waiting for another cruise ship to exist, and then we can send that back into non-existent. Any moment something wants to turn up, that'd be great. Does it pop Grineer shields as well? No, it's the fact that the Photor here, this one, this goes straight through the Corpus shields and hits the drone on the other side of the shield. For Grineer shields, you need to do a little bit more effort, so for them, this one, Shatterburst, is the far superior option. Because that just sets up so many explosions around the Grineer ship, it just wipes out their shield generators. The Corpus drone is more resistant to that, which is where Photor comes in very well, because it just gets straight to them. So yeah, Photor, very, very good as a primary pilot weapon for these Corpus cruise ships. Shadowburst, just an amazingly powerful ability for taking out resource pickups, for taking out cruise ship defenses, for taking out fighters, boarding ram sleds, for taking out radiators. It's just so powerful. And Seeker Volley is just, again, stupidly powerful for dealing with fighters and cruise ships alike. And speaking of cruise ships, there we go, they finally decided to send one. If I do a little bit of shooting there, and then you watch, bzz, straight through. Is gone. What's the best archgun for Profit Taker? I've heard good things about Corvus, not Corvus Prime, Corvus, because it is a shotgun style approach which can basically one-shot. You know what, we might as well take out this cruise ship as well. Might as well take out this cruise ship as well. Weaken its every defense. I don't think it's got anything left. Have we got a main gunner? We have not, so I'll fix that. 3, 2, 1. Target acquired. You've got a Corvus? Well, there you are. Then mod that up nice and well, and you'll be enjoying Profit Taker one-shots. I still use the Morslon for it because the Morsi is nice, but Corvus also works. This is the downside of Corpus Railjack. We're waiting on, there we go, the one priority target, because one priority target takes so long. And this is just the intro to the mission itself. Oh, and we're boarded. Well, let's just delete all of them because Glade Prime is overpowered. There we go. In we go. We are ready to take on the actual mission. Now we've done the loading screen part of the mission. Just waiting for one more person to turn up. Here we are. So this now turns into a survival mission, and yeah, the survival takes the normal amount of time, the 5 minutes per rotation, which is a bit meh. The hints? Cheers.
The enemy busy while a fellow tunnel operative raids the ship for supplies. Ready? Trigger the alarm.
Right, so saying because the Corvus has higher ribbon display than Corvus Prime?
They have just
No, you want to use the normal Corvus because it is a shotgun, whereas Corvus Prime, when it's used in its ground mode, uses a wide body projectile. And wide body projectiles do not work well against the Profit Taker. Profit Taker has a very weird interaction with them, such that if you clip an invulnerable part of Profit Taker, then the shot will be able to deal no damage to the rest of Profit Taker, even the vulnerable bits. So that's why you need a shotgun, not a wide body projectile. And thus you want Corvus, not Corvus Prime. It's funky, I know, but that's how the game works. It is 20 different layers of funk in a spaghetti soup of weirdness. Wibbly wobbly. Big old wibbly wobbly. Speaking of, let's bring out a Necromech. My Necromech has some extra jump height. Hui! Oh, hit my head. Hui! There we are. So you don't need to go running around up the stairs with this Necromech. I just leap straight to the top. And of course we could drop back down again if needed. Hui. It's basically a bullet jump, although that one didn't quite land. There we are. No. Camera's like, I see a Necromech. I'm like, no, you don't. Done. Use the 5-former version of my Necromech build. Nice. That will certainly slap a bit, yeah. I am also using the maximum former version of my Necromech build. Can you imagine if the Corpus survival missions were 4-minute rotations instead of 5? To make up for the loading screen to get here? That would be nice. That would make it feel a little bit less ridiculous, especially for the longer rotations, but mostly I would rather that Corpus Railjack was a Railjack mission rather than a Railjack loading screen attached to a non-Railjack mission. That's my biggest gripe. Hello, Dexter and Stroll. Say hello, love your videos on YouTube, just found your Twitch. Oh, welcome on in. Hope you enjoy your stay here in Twitch channel just as much. Returns to the game after so long? Well, depending on how long so long is, you got a lot to look forward to. There's a new Prime Warframe released just today, in fact. We haven't got it yet. It's only been out 2 hours, not even 2 hours. It's not that easy to get. But yeah, it's a thing. You never know, if we get very lucky, we might even get the part in the next few minutes. I doubt it, but we might. Yeah, well, the Grenier missions haven't changed. They are still as they are, with the exception of Yam Point being destroyed forever. We farmed it so hard, the node just ceased to exist. But for all the other Grenier missions, they are still basically untouched, so they're as they were before. Skirmishes with little objectives you need to do on the side. The Corpus Railjack missions, however, are entirely loading screens for a ground objective. And it's just... it's not the same. It's not even remotely the same. Hopefully we won't get the build you're talking about there, Grumpy Pants. We'll see what happens. We should be okay with the whole Necromech thing. If not, hey, we'll report the bug and hopefully get it fixed. We'll see. Good old learning time on stream, eh? Chris, 3D Print Shop saying, something I really appreciate about your content is all the map explaining everything. Beats use this weapon with these mods because it feels good. I get you on that, I get you. Part of that way of content creation is that for a long time, I'll be honest, Warframe allowed that to be okay. It was more a case of every weapon can get the job done, which one feels nicest. With the introduction of Steel Path, with the introduction of Conjunction of Survival, with the introduction of the high end of Railjack, with the introduction of Archon missions, very specific builds did become more necessary, but at the same time that takes away from build diversity. So it used to be that you could just throw together anything so long as you had enough modifiers. Does the weapon feel good was the better question. So I understand why that was more of the way builds were a long time, but yeah, I like the same approach of taking the mathematical look at things, because you want to know, is this actually the right answer, or did someone just want it to be the right answer? Does anyone want a Nidus Prime systems? We happen to have a couple Nidus Prime systems going. Anyone for Nidus Prime? Going once? Going twice? Going 3 times? Yeah, that's a no. We're going to take the gold reward, thank you. We'll take the gold on that one. It's saying R1 is a good pickup. What's an R1? Oh, Rhino. Ooh, okay. Alright. We'll bring a Rhino relic. Yeah, don't get me wrong. This game is in absolutely no way balanced. This game is not balanced. Instead, the game kind of hands you numbers and says, go. See what things you can make happen. That is how this game is balanced. Haha, funny numbers go burr. It's a casual game, but yeah, there's just no balance to it. What's the most this game is not balanced loadout I can think of? Glaive Prime. Who needs the rest of the loadout when you have Glaive, goddamn, blow everything in AoE with a 4/slash block if they don't already die Prime? You mod it for Toxin on top of the guaranteed slash, and then if it's Corpus, it dies. If it's Grineer, it dies. If it's Sentient, it dies. If it's Infested, it dies. If it is Warframe in PvP, it dies. Did it think it was going to survive? Check again. It dies. There is nothing quite so broadly overpowered as this single AoE nuke weapon. No ammo. No line of sight restrictions. Just Glaive go burr. But there are other things which are similarly stupid, but in more niche circumstances. So like Felarx plus Zarta's Whisper, or basically any Incarnate Gun plus Zarta's Whisper, is just bonkers. But for the single universal, what is that word? Single universal, this weapon has defied all balance in its existence. Glaive Prime go burr. Just Glaive Prime go burr, and it's ridiculous. I was about to say, I see your Glaive Prime raise you the damage whip weapons used to do. Oh, granted, there's always been some kind of bonkers meta. Once upon a time, it was the Atarax, or the Amprex, and then the Fulmin, and the Lens, and the Kuba Brahma, and the Kuba Zar. We got the Chronon Prime taking the lead for a lot of melee weapons for a very long time, but, you know, there's always something, even down to the actual frames themselves. The absolute shenanigans permitted by Sarin and Mirage and Volt. It's dirty. Airsoft? Cheers. This game is not balanced. If you come into this game expecting there to be balance between mastery ranks, between warframes, between primes, you are unfortunately misguided. The good news is it destroy the game. It does make the game... It makes the game feel a little bit off at times, I will be honest with you. It does make the game feel off. Oh, I just missed him. Oops. Blade went up, his head is down. My bad. It makes the game feel off at times. It does. But then at other times, you just don't really care for the balance. You just want to go, ha! Dead. Are you alive? No. You here? No. No. Giga nope. Sometimes you just feel like immolating countless hordes of enemies whilst you stand there tanking forever, because I think that might have been the first ability I've cast with Lavo so far this mission. Because I don't actually need to cast an ability. I have enough passive tank that my health isn't going down. Granted, these guys are level 40, but that's the point. Warframe is a nice power trip, yeah. I could go into a Steel Path Fissure to open up the Baruch Relic, and it would not improve the chances of getting Baruch in the slightest. So, unless I wanted the other rewards, which is a single Steel Essence. No. Actually, we're not even opening a Baruch Relic right now, so double now. This game allows you to do pretty much as you please, but it is in no way balanced. Which is sometimes a fun thing, sometimes a disheartening thing. You play it whilst it's fun, and you don't play when it's not fun. Easy. Easy, easy. Same with any game, really. Hello, DJ Cubes, and Yoke Engineer, love the YouTube channel. Well, I hope you enjoy the Twitch channel just as much. Welcome in, my dude. I mean, all of the weapons in this loadout are bonkers in their own way. I've got a infinite ammo laser beam, which deploys heat viral at a rate which is just obnoxious. Simply obnoxious. It's also got radiation to mess with the enemies. I have the Silent Shotgun of Doom, which is actually a rifle. I have a Chakram, which we call a glaive, also it explodes. You know, like those glaives of past that everyone's so used to. Hey, look, that's vaulted now. We'll take the Voltor piece. Actually, no, wait, Latron's worth 11 plat. That's worth almost twice as much. I'll take that one. See, this is why you have a Leka frame. I saw that other one, the bronze item, was worth twice as much. Easy pickup for me. I'm going to bring the Rhino Ray, but I'm not going to upgrade it now because I want to save my other traces for the Baruch relics. Plucky's saying, I really need to learn how to do Sisters of Parvos. ML28 still getting destroyed in the Grand Void. I swear you haven't done an actual guide for the Grand Void, have I? Plucky, go to my Revenant guide. Do you have Revenant, Plucky? That's a better question first. You're ML28, so I'm going to assume you do, but do you have Revenant, Plucky? Because if you do, head over to my Revenant guide, grab the Spin to Win guide, the Spin to Win build, and take that. You take that into the Grand Void, you're going to be laughing. You'll be like, why is this working? This is not allowed. This is illegal. But it's not illegal, and you will just win. And that will also help with firing Proteria if that's a thing as well for you. Revenant Spin to Win is actually effective. It's not the most effective, but it is the no-brain, make build, press 4, win solution. I mean, that's all you really need, isn't it? That's all you really need. A build and a 4. Just get the job done. If you want to make things interesting, you don't ask YouTubers for builds. Why this guy just stood here? I probably didn't need to kill him. It's a robot. We don't care. The Corpus can build another one. No one will notice the difference.
That's it.
Hello, it's a long time. I have a few questions. Tested some melees with Varuna, was surprised when Nikana performed better than Pole Arms with Borrel's Contempt, and that Orthus Prime seemed to outperform Guando Prime. But if I expected the other way around... Okay, you didn't actually get around to a question there. Also, be advised that testing out melees with Varuna will give different results from expected. Zom never reminded me to mention about this. But, melee weapons with Varuna work differently than they do with other frames. If you're using Varuna's first ability, this is. It's okay, Tom. I forgot, you forgot. I'm the streamer. It's my fault. But yeah, Varuna enables a different style of play, which is more beneficial to lower-level players, but also high-level players can exploit it, and yet it isn't actually stated anywhere. It's not called out in any way. in the game. The question is it like that or did I get something wrong? If you're having different experiences with different weapons, then it can be down to mission variety that might be throwing it off. Like, even just the same mission can spawn different layouts, different enemy directions, which can make your clear time seem different. On top of that, it might be that the stances you're using are throwing you off. It might be that you're just not reading the stats correctly, or it might be that actually you found a better option for yourself. I couldn't really tell you on that one. Couldn't really tell you. Lucky, thank you very, very much for subscribing with your Prime. Welcome to the channel proper, my dude. Enjoy your lovely blue badge, your access to the supporter T-Lounge on the Discord, your emotes, and your ad-free viewing. There's not very many ads on this channel. I like to keep them as minimal as possible. Seriously. But what little ads there are, you no longer have. Even better. Far better than whatever Twitter's offering with it. We'll remove half the ads thing. Like, what is that? Who offers to remove half the ads? What? Twitter just needs to curl up and die at this point, doesn't it? Someone's about to make the same Twitter joke. Zom, are we showing a brain cell now? I mean, it's probably not for the best. I kind of need that. Yeah, I'm using that brain cell. It's just saying, do not look at numbers, just how fast enemies died in Steel Path in Macrum. I mean, if one weapon kills faster than the other, then there you are, job done. That's all you need to care about. My turn on the brain cell? It's always my turn on the brain cell. I do it so you don't have to. That's the whole point of the channel, right? I give you the practical solutions to practical problems, and you guys just go, alright, Ken told me to do this. Press 4. Do things die? Yeah, things die. Excellent. That's our agreement here. Yeah, as Artvault points out, if removing half of the ads is enough for you to notice a change, there are too many ads. That is very true, Artvault. That is very, very true. Because half the ads isn't even an order of magnitude. Our experiences are mostly measured in orders of magnitude. Something that happens 10 times and something that happens 20 times feel about the same, because our experiences are orders of magnitude. I saw reactor dropping in it. And my heart has dropped for a moment there. Oh, hello, Boat Prime handle. Don't mind if I do. I have apparently not crafted this. That is a win. Ladybug say, by subscribing, you too can donate your brain cell to Ken in exchange for sound Warframe advice. I mean, where's the lie? Do I have a Bow Prime relic? Ooh, wait, limbo. Okay, I'll just bring this thing. I do not have a Bow Prime one. At Max Madge, no. No, that's a bad joke. That is a bad joke, Max Madge. Bad. Is guess that Varuna works better with faster melees than with stronger ones? You'd think so, but actually, Varuna makes better use of harder hitting stuff. Surprisingly enough. Because of funky, weirdy, schmitty stuff. Which I'll be going over in the nearly half, well, not nearly, over half-hour video I'm producing. I would like to say I'll have it out tomorrow, but I don't think I will, chat. It is that big of a video. I would like to have it out tomorrow. I just don't know that I will. I mean, I lost a lot of time today. I thought, you know what? I'm going to bed earlier than usual. I'll be fine. I didn't set an alarm on my phone. That was a mistake. My body took that to mean, oh, so you want to sleep for 11 hours then? 11 hours? Who needs to sleep for 11 hours? Me, apparently. 11 hours solid. I'm just like, well, I didn't want to lie in. So I guess I'll just have less time in the day to get stuff done now. Thanks, me. Still got my hair cut. But yeah. Moment Glaive Prime becomes a vaulted or hell breaks loose? You'd think so, but Glaive Prime was available through Prime Resurgence, And I didn't see the game die. I mean, I'm probably okay. I mean, he's not okay. Let me fix that again. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh, yeah, no, he is definitely not okay. I just realized that guy was ass-mouthing exactly the wrong way. That was... No. Yeah, no, I can't show that on YouTube. Glaive Prime Tenocon drop 2023. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? They wouldn't be allowed to nerf it then. That would be a declaration of no nerfs coming for it whatsoever. Wonder why this game just got excluded from several countries? Ah, yeah. Let's not touch onto that too hard, Zom. Let's not touch too hard onto the whys and just accept the is on that. You know why. How much can you sell Baruch Prime? If you go to trade chat, you can see what people are buying it for, and then probably double that price because the people advertising on trade chat are probably trying to scam you. So yeah. That's the best way to figure out the price at the moment. The price is going to be exceedingly volatile. Basically, it's going to act like art. It's just what people will pay for at the moment. Because Baruch Prime has been out all of a couple hours. There is no set price. If you have a full set, you are one of few people in a position to sell said full set. Get some money for it. Superfluous? Superfluous, I should say. Cheers. Is this guy smacking me? Is he trying to kill me? Oh, let's give him a second here. Come on, you can do it, mate. You can do it. Come on. That's it. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Keep trying. You can get there. No, you can't. Poor fecker. Poor fecker. Did not stand a chance. Yeah, Baruch Prime can definitely go for a bit of plat. I don't know how much you'll be able to get for him. The prices will drop very quickly. But it's on a curve, so it'll drop slower and slower as time goes on. But it really comes down to just grabbing the right buyer at the right time. Because you could offer it for 500 platinum. Someone might say yes. No one might. You don't have any control over that, other than being available to sell. And being available to sell includes being happy to accept an offer that's made. Because if you offer to sell Baruch Prime right now for 50 platinum, everyone's going to buy it. If you offer it for 5,000, no one's going to buy it. But in between, there's a deal to be had. You can't even see it on Warframe Market. Yeah, Warframe Market, Aleka Frame, all those kinds of third-party things will not be updated because the update came out 2 hours ago. They are never in a position to update that quickly with the information. So you're just going to have to wait on that one. Alright, we got to 20 minutes. I'm going to say GG's here. We can roll out. We got rotation C of whatever reward this thing's trying to give us. We got some bits of this is all a bit trash, isn't it? But I'll take the Sicaros piece. It's the most valuable one on there. I already have it. I don't have the barrel, which apparently I need to build it still, but you know, we can sell this. So, no relic, we are done on this survival. I'm happy to dip from here. Oh yeah, if there wasn't third-party support for trading in this game, Warframe would be struggling, genuinely. A single global chat window to handle all the chat in this game is... No, that's just no. That is not suitable for Warframe at this scale. There we are. Someone hit the form up. Lovely jubbly. Let's get out of here. Let's drop over to the dry dock to make sure that we are fully wrapped up here. Shall we show the Verona thing? Oh yeah, we can talk about the Verona stuff. Talk a little bit about it. Wish I had a market like EVE Online does. Oh my god. I mean, it would be painful in a way because we don't have the same handling of that, but I can see the value of it. I wouldn't want a market as freely flowing as EVE Online's because this game kind of depends on the platinum value of stuff to stay where it is for free play. Like, if I could list every single sellable item in my inventory, and I'm just one of many, many people with a colossal inventory of stuff to sell, if I could just list everything passively for sale, I could just set a whole bunch of stuff at one platinum and just let it happen. And when everyone does that, the price of everything is now 1 platinum. Good job. Good job. They could alternatively go for a trading system, and this would be more my preference. A trading system where you get a very limited number of slots. So like, you could go to your market here, and you could put up, say, 1 item if you are MR 0 to 10. Sorry, 2 to 10. 2 items if you are MR 11 to 20. 3 if you are MR 21 and above. Just 3 items max. They are only available whilst you are online, but otherwise the trade is automatic. So if you log out, it's no longer there. And likewise, if you've not played a mission for the last 5 minutes, then that also just takes it off. So it means you are actively on the game, it's trading. If a trade goes through, it'll only ever be 1 item, such as a Baruch Prime Neuroptics, never a set, and that trade counts against your daily trades when you make the offer, to stop people making frivolous offers too easily. If you put something up on there, it counts as one of your daily trades, whether it completes or you take it down. That's the way I could see it possibly working, because then for a buyer you'd have a list of all these different things people are offering, but sellers couldn't flood the market. But that's as close as we could get realistically. That is as close as we could get to an in-game market that wouldn't crash and ruin the Warframe economy forever. It's the best we got. It's the best we got on that one. Hello there, Pancake. Hello there, Top Decked Exodia. Top Decked Exodia saying, been watching YouTube videos for a while, been super helpful. My dude, thank you very much, and welcome into the Twitch channel. Hope you enjoy it here just as much. Hope you enjoy it. If anyone's curious as to why I say, just why an in-game marketplace would crash the economy, let me just expound on that, because I've just said it would break it, but I want to be very clear as to why it would. First of all, how many of you here, how many of you have not purchased something because it wasn't available? How many of you looked at Warframe Market, or looked through Trade Chat, whatever it is, how many of you gone to buy something and then gone, oh, I can't, it's not available? How many people have had that experience here? Just in Warframe, that is, obviously. Pepsi Lover saying, want to watch Warframe International, didn't get the Arkham mods, why is that? I couldn't help you on that one, my dude. I have no part of the drop system on Twitch. So, if you watched for the entire time period, and you haven't got a message yet or anything about that, I can't help you on that one. You can try contacting support, but honestly, give it a day before reaching out to them. That's the best I can suggest. Jim said me, brother, only a couple of times. So I'm seeing not many people messaging saying, yeah, loads. On console, yeah, console trading is a bit different. Me personally, the very few times I have looked to buy something and no one's been able to sell it to me is when I've been looking for the most niche stuff, like for certain capturers, and that's it. That is it. So for buyers, the supply is already there. For buyers, they cannot give any more demand. There is no more demand to offer because it's satisfied. The demand is completely satisfied in Warframe. It is saturated, which means The only way that prices can change is if there is more or less supply. And if you increase the supply by making it easier to trade, all these bits and pieces that people have got available to just throw out there, the prices come down and down and down. Let's scroll a bit to... Let me just go... Let's stop a random spot here. Internal bleeding. I've got 3 of these mods. How much do they go for on Warframe Market at the moment? Internal bleeding. Internal bleeding is currently worth about 9 to 10 platinum on Warframe Market. Just at a quick glance there on PC. Obviously, console prices will be different. With internal bleeding, if I were to sell those, I could make that platinum, but that means me going through that process. If I just chucked this into an in-game auction house that just did it automatically for me, that would be me and every other person on my level who just has 3 of these lying around, dropping the price of it overnight. Because I wouldn't list it for 9 platinum, I would undercut everyone. I'd list it for 8, and someone would list it for 7, and for 6, and for 5, and for 4, and for 3, and for 2, and for 1, and there it's gone. Just like that, it's gone. Crabnut saying, if I got the message and have to watch 45 minutes, can I watch your stream towards claiming the drop? No, drops are not enabled on this channel, sorry. Drops are not enabled on this channel. You do have access to the raffle that we're having here, exclamation mark raffle for that, but that's it. Crazy Alien say this game needs an in-game auction house. All MMOs have them. I've just explained why it would be a terrible idea in terms of the prices there. Here's where it becomes a really big deal. If everything is now worth a fraction of what it was before, certainly most things are worth 1 platinum, then newer players are not going to be able to get platinum. Newer players are just going to struggle. Grandpa saying, I suppose limited number of trades kind of prevents that. 30 trades in a day, you're only going to sell your most expensive items. You'd say that, Grumpy Pants, but then if someone could just put in 30 mods and let them sell, they just made a bunch of plat. And you got to work your way through all the tiers of players. Not just the top end and the noobs, it's everyone. Everyone. You give everyone a free bunch... Excuse me, sorry I was guessing. You give everyone a bunch of automatic trade slots to just chuck their entire inventory into, the prices will drop. Because I've seen it a bajillion times. I've seen it a bajillion times in various different games. It always happens. Unless the supply is carefully constrained, the demand will be completely overwhelmed and the price will drop. And Warframe is not built to handle that. The Warframe drops are not in a place to handle that in-game. And so the prices of things would crash. And newer players who are told, oh yeah, if you want to get platinum from Warframe slots, instead of being told, go do relic fishes, go do vaults to go get corrupted mods, go do spy missions, they'll instead be told, yeah, I mean, if you want to get platinum, just drop some money, it's the only way to do it, really. And that's it. Game over. Game over. The new players will see that Warframe no longer have a proper trading system. Instead, it's pay money or get nothing. That's what a completely unlimited auction house or high trades available auction house would do. If people were limited to 1, 2, and 3 trade slots at very restricted ways, where you had to play a mission every 5 minutes to keep that trade active, things like that, maybe the prices would hold themselves up. But that's the point, is if it's not difficult, the supply is too much. The item supply is too much. Maximus saying, what about instead of selling, the auction house would be advertising buyers? Might not have a severe effect. Well, so people would just be on there saying, I'm looking to buy this piece. And players could react to that. That would have a similar effect, because a lot of buyers would just be placing up buys for 1 plat, hoping they get it. And there will be someone out there who just goes, let me see, I got that. Cool, made some money. And then they go back and play the game again. Bam, done. So if an in-game auction house was put in without some serious limitations, like serious limitations, free-to-play will be gone. That would be it. And when I say free-to-play will be gone, you have to remember just how much platinum you have to spend to get to where you are. The number of free Warframe slots I've got from just playing in-game isn't really that many, and yet there are now 51 unique frames. So that's immediately 51 Warframe slots. Say you only need to buy 40 of them at 20 slots a piece, 20 per slot, that is already 800 platinum. That's 800. And then you gotta put a potato into these. Let's say you need it in 40 of those 51 frames, that's another 800 platinum. You're now at 1600. And then you do it with your weapons. Have you got 50 weapons? You got the slots, and you got the potatoes. You gotta get hold of the former. You might do it more freely, or you might buy some former. You got the Exilus adapters, that's gonna start stacking up as well. Some players will like to pick up some boosters to be able to actually level things in a reasonable amount of time. So that's another bit of platinum right there. It can add up. Even for the most free-ish of play, losing access to all of that will be terrible. So that is why I'm strongly against a in-house market system that allows people to just wipe out the economy. The money is there to be made from buyers if you're willing to put in the effort. That's basically where the money is at. Where all of the plat is at is the effort. Otherwise, unless it is a rare item, unless the supply simply isn't there, and for things like your latest primes, the supply isn't there. For brand new Baruch, the supply doesn't meet demand, so the price is high because of that. An in-game auction house wouldn't remove that, wouldn't make that supply be dwarfed at the moment. Sorry, be dwarfing the demand. But for most of everything, that's not the case, yeah. It's not the case. Claytonation say, what about automated trades instead of automated sales? No platinum, just trade your X for their Y. I mean, those kinds of trades are really hard to prepare for. Like, what kind of trade do you envisage happening? Someone puts in, hey, want to buy this item. I want to buy this particular augment mod. And I will sell that augment mod. And then you put up that trade and just wait. Those kinds of trades just aren't really going to work. Because I feel like I've opened a can of worms. Hey, cans of worms are just there to be discussed. Have you ever actually looked at a can of worms? You look at it and there's a lot going on in there, but just they're in a can. They're not really doing a lot. Can of worms isn't really that scary. Do I know about the Grand Exchange in Old School RuneScape? Do I know about it? Do I know about it? I was there when it wasn't called Old School RuneScape. I was there in Falador, spamming out the trades. The Cyan : or Wave 2 : I was fishing through the bank sales, trying to find the better trades or the worst trades. I was there doing the lore runs over to Intrana well before the idea of a Grand Exchange was ever conceived of. I was there. Exactly, Zon. Do not recite the old magic to me. And you know what? I will take you one further than that. There are a lot of people here right now. There are a lot of people here, I'm sure, going, yeah, I remember Falador. I remember Varrock. You're not that special. Yeah, did you have a silver crown next to your name? Eh? That's something I can bet the majority of you did not have. You weren't rocking around with that next to your username at the time. I was there when the flower gambles and everything popped up around the Grand Exchange, and we were championing against them, trying to get JX to sort it out. I was there with the merchant trading scams, trying to deal with those. I was there through a lot of it. You don't need to tell me about the Grand Exchange. I saw exactly what that did to the economy. Red Skittle saying, just a question, why is it on PC I have to pay for 10 gen skins with real money instead of plat like on PlayStation 4? Is that due to lower mastery rank? But it doesn't have to do with Sony, you can get most skins with plat. Alright, let me explain that for you. So, in PC, we can get discounts on our platinum purchases, Whereas on console, you get discounts on your actual purchases through the market. So like if I signed in today and I got a 75% discount, yes, they do exist, chat, I could get Platinum at a 75% discount and then spend that Platinum willy-nilly here. You'll notice that on console, some of those discounts that you get can't be used on certain items, and that's basically the way it works. So in console, Plat has a fixed value, or near enough fixed value, bundles aside, near enough fixed value that DE can kind of control how much is being spent, or how much value is being generated per sale to then pay the creators of Tenogen stuff. Whereas for PC, they simply cannot offer that same level. At least that's the way they figured it for their accounting. They could theoretically, but for their accounting, they've not done it that way. So it's purely because of the accounting on how discounts are handled as to why they can't do that, is my understanding. I may be wrong on that, but I'm like 90% certain that's why on that one. The Grand Exchange for RuneScape was a very good thing, but only after it got resolved. What it did at the time was tremendously devastating to the established economy. It has since then been able to find a new position. What was okay for RuneScape bringing in a Grand Exchange way back in the day was that you didn't need a specific number of gold pieces to engage with premium content. There was at the time no RuneScape bonds. Those came in well after the introduction of the Grand Exchange. You could just play the game and either pay to be a member or not pay. Warframe is completely different. Our currency here is not a game currency, it's a premium currency. And so that just cannot go through an in-game auction house on the scale of the Grand Exchange. It just wouldn't be good for the game. Feather Crow said, I do wonder how DE will sort this out once we got cross-save and not just cross-play. I mean, that's probably why we don't have a lot of details so far, Crow. That's probably why. Anyway, before I get diving onto all of that lot right now, well, just continuing that one, I promised a little bit of detail about Varuna because I'm still working on the video for her. It is into the final editing stages, so I am close to getting that out. I would like to have it out tomorrow, but I really cannot make any promises, chat. I really cannot make any promises. Red Skull saying, so your skins for Lavos still cost you real money? Not sure I follow on the question. No, I don't have a premium skin for Lavos. Not sure on that one. Anyway, yeah, I promised some bits and pieces for Varuna. So, here's a very interesting thing. I've mentioned before now that Varuna's first ability here does a hell of a lot more than what the ability actually says. In fact, this ability even lies to you slightly. The critical multiplier that it gives you to all of your melee weapons when you activate the buff. And that is additive to your critical damage. So if you have, like on my glaive here, my glaive has a critical multiplier of 3.7, and Varuna here is offering me 3.98. Those two add together to be, what's that going to be like? Nearly 7.7. Nearly 7.7 times. But it does a lot more than that. This ability, whilst your melee buff is active, for all melee weapons, you'll have a guaranteed crit. The Architect, there's no drops on this channel. There is the raffle, exclamation mark raffle for the details on that, but there's no drops here. This is not the Warframe official channel. The Shroud of Dinar will guarantee that you have a critical hit. So that means if you look at a typical modded weapon, let's go to the Praedos, for example. We go for the Praedos here. We got a nice, typically modded weapon. We've got Weeping Wounds to give us loads of status chance. We got Blood Rush to give us loads of critical chance. Condition Overload to give us loads of melee damage if there's loads of status on the target. And Varuna makes that happen. I've got a Prime Smite mod because loads of damage again. I've got 2 crit damage mods. I've got an attack speed mod, and I've got a status chance improvement mod, which also improves the weighting towards slash. With Varuna, genuinely chat, this mod, and this mod, I could throw those away. I could actually throw those away. They're doing a lot of work for me, so I don't want to throw them away, but I could. And this might sound absolutely ridiculous. Because why would you want to throw away these two mods on any melee weapon? But you can. Oh, red Skittles. Right, I see what you're asking now. I see what you're asking. And yes, you can get some skins for Platinum. It's going to be harder for me to show on Varuna because I got gifted a whole bunch. There you go, yeah. So you can get some skins for Platinum on PC, but not all of them. Tenogen stuff, you have to buy with real money. That's the PC thing. Anyway, back to Varuna. Do I think this is a bug? No. I do not think this is a bug. Because of the way that it's coded, I don't think it's a bug. With Shroud of Dynarchia, it's going to guarantee you a critical hit, and despite the fact that it says melee attacks have increased status chance, that is also incorrect. What it actually does, from my testing, is it guarantees you land a status effect, on top of the slash proc that it also forces. Korokop, cheers. So you will always get a critical hit, you will always land a status proc from your weapon. If your weapon is capable of an orange crit or capable of a second status proc, then it still will do that as normal. But if you are below 100% crit chance or below 100% status chance, Shroud of Dynar makes that 100% whilst it is active. There are some caveats to this. The guaranteed status does not apply to ranged weapons. So if you are using a gunblade or a glaive, you do not have a guaranteed status proc. And likewise, their guaranteed slash also isn't put onto those ranged weapons. But they still get the guaranteed crit, and they still get the crit damage bonus. Money Suds? No, it doesn't do that. No, it doesn't. So this is kind of a bit bonkers. No slash Stropher? Well, I mean, if you hit it with a melee attack rather than shooting, yeah, you can still get the slash then. But this is why you can then skip out on some of the mods here, because if we go back to the Praedos here now, we've got Blood Rush. And Blood Rush here is giving us 440% critical chance at maximum combo, because 11 times combo is 11 stacks of this, 440%. The crit chance at base on the Praedos is 20%. So if you increase 20% by 440, basically we're increasing it from 1 times over to 5.4 times over. That's 5.4 times 20%, you get 108% crit chance. Which means that Blood Rush here is taking your crit chance to 8 percentage points above what Shroud of Dynar is doing. Just 8 percentage points above. Now, it goes further because I've got Gladiator Might on here. This is also giving me another 110% critical chance at full combo. So that'll take me up to 30 percentage points above. And if I were to use any other Gladiator mods anywhere on my build, that would scale yet further. But even then, that would be... This mod is offering, in conjunction with Gladiator Might, 30% higher crit chance than just using Shroud of Dynar alone. D20 Sedge. Oh, glad you're enjoying the content. Hope you enjoy the stream as well, my dude. And the same goes here with Weeping Wounds. This is bringing up the status chance. I've got a little bit of status chance already here from Carnus Mandible. So if I just pop that off, you can see the status chance is normally 20%. Weeping Wounds is adding 440% to that. So, again, it will bring us to 108%. And then this brings us up to a total of 120%. Shroud of Dynar is already guaranteeing the slash. And it's guaranteeing a further status proc. So I could just not do that. I could genuinely just not do that. So you can instead swap out these mods for, say, going for additional reach. With Prime Reach. You could take that even further with, where is it? Spring-Loaded Blade. You can give yourself significantly higher range in your melee. You could instead build for additional crit damage. I've already got this crit damage in this one, but if I had a Riven, I could take it that direction. Mr. Sardis, thank you very much for subscribing at tier 1. Is that 16 months? Mr. Sardis, my word. Thank you very, very much for your continued support, my dude. That is amazing. Cheers on that. Chocolate Eager, if you can't buy a Hydrate, either it's on cooldown or it's glitched out. You might need to refresh your stream. So here I've got Berserker Fury for attack speed. I could mod in elemental damage. You'll notice I've got no elements on this here. I could replace these with elemental damage, and depending on how the math works out, that might end up giving me even more damage than what these two could already be offering. Because that's offering slightly higher status procs, but I've already got Varuna offering those. That's offering slightly more crits than what Varuna has, but I could just have more damage to multiply with said crits. So Varuna has the potential to offer a completely different modding approach. One where, for mid-tier or lower-tier weapons in terms of crits or status, they might just ignore it. This is with a 20% weapon. So if you have something with, say, 15% crit chance, like, in fact here, Broken Scepter, it's got 10% crit chance, you could skip past that. You could go, I don't need to build for crits. I guarantee a crit. You could still mod for the crit damage. Shroud of Dinar is still going to be buffing that even then, so you might not need to do that. And you could just go all out on the status. Or vice versa, on a low status weapon, you go, I don't need to worry about the status. It's going to happen anyway. Which is bonkers. You could mod a low status weapon for pure Toxin, and then use Shroud of Dinar to do slash Toxin, with both of them guaranteeing procs. Ooh, it's a little bit crazy. It's a little bit crazy what you can do with that. So what I'm saying is Shroud of Dinar will guarantee a crit, but does not help you achieve red crits. Absolutely, Dick Aaron. Absolutely. Shroud of Dinar will look at your hit, and if it wouldn't be a crit, it makes it a crit. If you wouldn't have hit a status proc, you hit a status proc. But if you would already crit, then the only bonus that Shroud of Dinar gives you is the crit multiplier bonus. If you would already have landed a status proc, then the only bonus it gives you there is it guarantees an extra slash proc on top. So this ability helps the weaker weapons more than the stronger weapons, which is really weird. No, this is just for Varuna, Epiclium. This is the Helminth ability for Varuna, Lycath's Hunt, which is Runa's most basic ability. It is an incredibly useful one, but it just does what it says. It just does what it says. Shroud of Dinar is absolutely bonkers. Fangs of Arax, as I've covered in other streams and will be covering in the video coming out later this week, is beyond bonkers. I don't understand why they did what they did with Fangs of Arax, but we're going to make the most out of it whilst it exists. And Orphan's Descent? Chat, I might be about to break your minds here. I've managed to make Orphan's Descent work. I've managed to make Orphan's Descent work as a viable build. A viable ability to use for a Steel Path mission, actually dealing damage and slamming through it all. But for that, I'm going to disappoint you now. I'm going to disappoint you and say I'm going to hold on to that one until the video. That one I am definitely holding on to until the video, because I am sure almost everyone is going, how the hell do you make that work on Steel Path? And not only will it work on Steel Path, you can use it as your sole source of damage. You could just use Varuna's abilities, not use your primary, not use your secondary, not use your melee, not even relying on a companion. Except for Synfiber. Actually, no, not even Synfiber. No, not even that. With or without Raw. Zom, no Helminth. This is exactly as you see it. No Helminth. And all the stuff I'll be talking about in the video I'm putting out later this week is stuff that I am fairly certain can't be a bug, because there is no way you would spend the time to code these abilities to work the way they have if it wasn't intentional. The Shroud of Dinar is uplifting the weakest melees whilst making every melee just great. No stats to keep a Shadowfire, no. Fangs of Raksh is bonkers. Even if all you care about is condition overload, this thing is a monster for condition overload. 5 statuses, 10 procs each, applied to one enemy and spreading in an AoE if you kill them. Yes, please. Lighthouse Hunt is just nice. It's nothing amazing, but it's nothing terrible. It just works. Melee gets Health Orb, Headshot gets Energy Orb. That's all you really need. And then this, this is a bad ability, and I've made it work. I can't wait to show you guys that in the video. I genuinely cannot wait. But my god, it's going to be a long one. That video, as I've mentioned already to plenty of you, is going to be over half hour long because Varuna needs that time. I cannot shrink it down without taking out important details you need to know, including the builds. I've got 4 builds available for Varuna. I'm not going to bring these up right now, but they're there. You're going to be looking forward to that, chat. You're going to be looking forward to it. I mean, you can use the Warframe Arsenal overlay to see what build I've got right now. That's a good skill check for you right now. If you use the Warframe Arsenal overlay, you might be able to see what my Varuna build is right now. The rest can wait. How many Varunas? How many Varunas? How many Formers? Yeah, I can show you that. I can show you that. I've put 3 Former into Varuna. 3 of them. What is my opinion on Octavia? Octavia is an absolutely incredible frame if you want to squat on your enemies and otherwise not do a lot. If you want to do more, you can still do more, but Octavia can just let you throw out some Pokeballs, squat to a song, and I really do mean you're just squatting, you spam crouch, and then everything dies. Octavia is S tier. How do you use the Arsenal? The Arsenal overlay, if you're on PC, you should be able to just kind of hover over with your mouse on the screen for the stream here. You'll see a little yellow button, the Warframe Arsenal. Click on that. There it is. How many Varunas do you need to change a light bulb? Go figure on that one. Warframe overlay still on Lavos at the moment? Ah, okay. Yeah, what if I do a very quick mission for you then? What if I do a very quick mission? Maybe that'll update it. Only updates and missions. Yeah, I figured it was going to say that. Let's just run through a very quick mission, shall we? What weapons we got equipped? We got the good stuff. All right. Let's go here. You just want to screenshot the mods? I'm holding on to that. If you're smart enough to look where the Warframe Arsenal overlay is on the Twitch stream, you can enjoy one of the builds ahead of time. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait for the video. I'm holding on to that one.
Honor them with quick deaths,
Ow.
and I with your victory.
Peekaboo. Yeah, I somehow knew that wasn't going to kill her. Please don't kill me before I can get this active. I need energy. Thank you. Give energy, please. Please, 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 please. Thank you. Alright, cool. Melee, heavy attack. Switch back. Now we can get some scaling going. Now we can get some scaling going. Oop. Wait. Ah, sugar, I let the ability time out. Okay, I've messed up, chat. I've messed up in a really bad way. So I'm just going to give myself some energy. Give me a sec. I messed up in a really bad way. No preparation? No preparation. You don't normally need preparation. I just kind of slightly messed up my build here. Or messed up my play. There we go. Sucks to be that guy. Yo, Korokov, thank you very much for gifting a sub over to Maximage. Really appreciate it, my dude. Evil saying Descent is a knockdown with guaranteed AoE slash. Well, the AoE is not a slash proc, it's just slash damage, so that kind of sucks. And also the knockdown and AoE and slash proc that comes with the ability are actually all things we don't care about. Seriously. We don't care about them. Oh, hi there. You're trying to sap my energy. Unfortunately, I say no. Because total status immunity. It's a thing. Switching for that heavy attack efficiency is honestly so good for the Praetos and Inodem. I cannot overstate it. Game's just like, you want to cast a heavy attack? Sure. Do it at a 90% discount without modding. You want some bonus speed? Reposition into the next fight whilst invisible? Yeah, we got that. Extra crits on your next kills? Why not? Everyone wants to do that. Everything's out of melee range? We can fix that for you. We can fix that for you. Being completely immune to status procs is genuinely a brilliant ability to have. I love that passive. And we just kind of do it. What are my thoughts on the pity system for getting Varuna? I've made a video on that. And the answer is, it's amazing. We need more of that in Warframe. I made a video covering the full effects of said pity system on how long it takes to farm Varuna. It is exactly the kind of thing we need in this game. More of it. Where's this enemy? Oh, no, wait, the waypoint's bugging out. Waypoint is bugging out. Oh, I accidentally slid into him. Alright, we'll kill him the normal way. I'm being a little bit... Oh, that was a bad slam. I'm being a little bit careless with my energy here, because this is the build for more enemy-dense missions. This is a less enemy-dense one. So I am being a bit careless here. Oh, am I being stalkered right now? That's not good. That is not good. I haven't tested this build against a stalker. Yep, here he comes. Uh-oh. Archon Stretch doesn't really do a lot for this build. You can do it, but it doesn't do a lot. Okay, will Fangs of Rax work on the Stalker? I think it said invalid target. Yeah, cannot use Fangs of Rax on Stalker. That is the problem. Okay, Steel Path Stalker, and I can't use my abilities to hurt him. Not good. Can I get the crit bonus on him, though? Well, not if I miss. Yeah, no, that was stupid of me. I shouldn't have done that. That was the worst way to handle that. That was the worst way to handle that fight. Oh well. Yeah, Shadow Stalker. Taking away all of my status priming, kind of a problem. Kind of a problem. Taking away all of my built-up procs of everything, also kind of a problem. Little bit scuppered by that run. Oh, and I forgot to put on my status resistance. This is really not going well for me. Because, of course, I tried using the Don't Die passive, and you saw how well that went for me, guys. It triggered, and then I still died. No, I don't want to target that thing. Now I can say I've tested my build against the Stalker. Yeah, and it did not work. That's not a good test. That is, in fact, a bad test. Normally it works fine for most things. It's just the Stalker says, haha, what, you got abilities? Nah. Those aren't allowed. Use your guns. I'm like, but my guns aren't set up for you. Alright, don't know where that guy spawned in. I'll figure it out in a second. Oh, of course I get another anti-ability one. What is the game doing to me? Why are the ones with no abilities allowed? You, spread some status to him. He didn't. I have no energy because he turned off my ability that generates energy. Is it worth buying something like Baruch as a new player? Baruch Prime has just come out, and if you're a new player, you'll struggle to make the most out of him. So I would actually advise against that, you man. Unless you're buying it with real cash, in which case you're probably minted, so you're fine. God, all of my sustainabilities have been completely destroyed by that wombo combo of Stalker Violence. Why? Why Shadow Stalker and Violence? I don't have a solution for that. Varuna requires her sustainabilities. No, 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 no. I need to sustain a sustainability. Thank you. And I'm out of energy. I'm out of energy because everything got nuked. This has gone really badly. Not gonna lie, Chad. This has gone really badly. I was not prepared for Shadow Stalker. Or Violence. One of them would be fine. Well, just Violence would be fine. The combo of both of them, not fine. Yeah, almost a Warframe struggle when the powers get turned off. This is a Warframe which heals through health orbs. When you do not get the ability to generate health orbs, you're fucked. When you do not get the energy to re-initialize the generation of health orbs, you're fucked. And I brought the build which is designed for high enemy density missions. This is a low enemy density, so that was also just my mistake in wanting to not show you the builds as yet. So, whoops, my bad on that. Bruna not overpowered.
As you conquer the foe,
My bad on that. Does the drop not work here? This is not the Warframe official channel, Merrick. I would highly recommend checking out Warframe's actual post on where drops are, not just tuning into the Warframe channels. I don't work for DE. I mean, Artbolt, it would have been fine, and I would have managed the very tight energy consumption I was having there if it weren't for the fact that the Shadow Stalker turned up. That one, that just broke it for me. I was not equipped to deal with suddenly Shadow Stalker. Honestly, I didn't even know I had the Shadow Stalker mark on me. He hasn't turned up in all of the testing I've done for this frame for ages. And then suddenly, boom. So yeah, Loose Moose saying, can I get a Wukong build to work towards? You absolutely can if you type in !Wukong. I realize you sent this 36 minutes ago and I didn't notice because we were talking about everything not Wukong. But yeah, Loose Moose, if you're still around, !Wukong, or just head over to my channel on YouTube, just search up The Kengineer Wukong, and you'll find my video all about Wukong because he is amazing. I'm going to refund you the points on that because I actually just haven't done that request. Do I think Varuna and Steinek's Void skin will be added in the future bundle? No idea. I don't control the bundles. No idea on that whatsoever. I'll say I wouldn't. It says I'd say I wonder what the game would be like if D had implemented player-controlled stalker like they originally planned to. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? That would be interesting. We would have to be curious on that. We're just not going to see how it would turn out. It could have been interesting. Could have been overpowered. Could have been underpowered. And knowing DE, both of those are equally viable. Their balancing teams at times do struggle a bit. PvP does require a bit more balance. I didn't even have Naram on that one. Oops. Yep. Does Steel Path increase the chance of Shadow Stalker appearing? Honestly, no idea. I wouldn't imagine so, but we did just appear there, so God knows. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Chat, for those of you who do actually want to get some kind of, you know, extra reward aside from enjoying the stream, most people enjoy streams from streams, so if you want an extra reward, we are doing the plat raffle at the end of the stream today. So exclamation mark raffle for more details on that. Exclamation mark ticket if you want to just grab yourself a ticket for that. Those are the things you want to be typing into the chat channel. Do I have a Wukong skin that shows prime details? What, one of the Tenogen skins? No. Mac. Alright, let's see if I can actually survive with this build now, rather than just causing problems. We're in a high enemy density mission now, so this should work better. This should work better. I mean, if this doesn't work out, then yikes. That's all I can really say on that. I got the two spawns that can remove your abilities last time, so that was a bit rough. Honestly, having crucial sustainability shut down is very rough. Is this where we get the free stuff? This is where you get to watch it. Free entertainment. You don't have to subscribe for it. You can just be here. You can join the raffle for a chance at some platinum. If you want a less obtuse answer, I would check where you were first, because you and everyone seems to be asking for drops when I'm clearly not an employee of the E. I mean, I know that we're not doing Void Storms, and I put Void Storms in the title, but still not an employee. Why are people saying drops? Because Warframe did a stream like an hour ago with drops, and I guess some people were an hour late and now they're here and they think maybe this guy will tell me where to go for my free stuff. I missed it. The next one's tomorrow. It's between that and also we're probably at the top of the category, aren't we, guys? Use a passive? Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about that. Thank you. I'm used to passives being passive. Thank you, Striker. Appreciate it. You might notice I have about 20 different things on my mind right now, so that was an easy thing to forget. My bad. Thank you. Like, I can also use this passive and activate my heavy attack efficiency to go BAM! Without losing my combo, so then I can gain even more range and attack speed on the Kratos. Whilst I continue to slash through everything. My god, this is an intensive frame. To get all the benefits going. Because there is a lot to maintain with this one. A lot. But if you do it, you get a lot. Yeah, it's very, very rare to get directory-wide drops from DE. Very, very rare. Believe me, all of us creators know that one very well. Hello, Chick Noodle. You are a bit late. Yeah, the streams are, like... This is the last mission. Then we'll be doing the plat giveaway. But you're in time for that. If you want to think of it that way, you're in time for that. Oh yeah, the range increase is pretty spicy. And you can see now the sustain I was talking about. When we have a lot of enemies, a high enemy density mission, the sustain here on Varuna is pretty spicy. She just keeps going. The energy bar is full. It couldn't be fuller. I'm just popping these abilities like they're going out of fashion. Oh hey, Misery is right next to me somewhere. I'm sure he'll have a grand old time dying to my Beyblade. Where is he? I actually can't see him. Is he here? He's there. Hello! Goodbye! He's refusing to die. There we go. Got down to that last bit of health and then just stopped dying all of a sudden. Get carpal tunnel spamming 1. I mean, you don't need to spam 1. It has a 10-second duration on it with this build. 10-second bonus duration, that is. You just cast that every now and then when you remember to open it. I need to recast this. Let me do a slam. I am getting low on life support though, because despite all this killing is not enough to maintain life support. Because screw you, that's why. So I'm gonna have to go invisible, grab this. And then grab this one.
Go to extraction.
Actually, I might as well just extract. No, the 1 isn't removed after the first attack. The 1's bonus is removed if you miss. Otherwise, you get 3 seconds. And if you kill within that 3 seconds with melee, the buff is extended by a further 5 seconds. That 5-second extension is modified by duration. Whereas the original 3 seconds is not modified by duration. But if you miss with your first melee attack, then yeah, you get no bonus.
You exist to strike. You strike to win.
See, that went a lot better, didn't it? That went a lot better when I was having the right kind of mission for the build. Imagine if you could just, you know, hold down like left click fire button to just continue meleeing. That'd be nice. Rather than having to go like you're trying to do a transcript for a dolphin. Oh boy. Anyway, we are through. We are through. Which means it's about time we do the platinum giveaway. Use scroll wheel. I can never get a hang of it. I know people have said scroll wheel. I don't have a free scrolling scroll wheel. I have quite a chunky scroll wheel. So, it would actually hurt my finger more to just constantly be like scroll, 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 scroll. The shaky of the camera should indicate how much of an issue that is. Maybe one day I'll get a free scrolling scroll wheel mouse thing. I don't have that. So it's not as much of an option as it might be for others. I use the scroll wheel for switch weapons in some games, so that's about it. You just use a macro? I ain't touching that. I ain't touching that at all. Astral Blunt say, I want to be the first Switch player to win. Oh, if you mean the Plat Raffle, you won't be the first. We've had Switch players win on the Plat Raffle. We've had Xbox players, we've had PlayStation players. Mostly it goes to PC players, but I think that's because we're predominantly PC players here. We are predominantly PC players. In fact, let's do a quick poll. There are 300 people here right now. Let's do a quick poll on that. I want to know. I want to know. Which platform do you main? Are you PC, PS4, Switch, or Xbox? I say PS4, just PS actually. I'm going to change that. Quick minute poll. You don't need to type in the chat because I've created an actual poll for you. You don't need to type it. It's fine. How many tickets are allowed? You get 1 ticket only per Plat Raffle. It's fair to absolutely everyone that way. Doesn't matter if you're a follower, doesn't matter if you are a subscriber, doesn't matter if you're a VIP, doesn't matter if you're a moderator. Everyone gets exactly 1 chance, and only if you choose to enter. But the poll isn't the way you enter. The way you enter the raffle is to type in !ticket. How do we give the plat to different platforms? I actually have this handed out through DE. DE, the ones who actually source the platinum for these plat giveaways. So DE hand out the platinum directly. You receive it in your inbox. You'll get a message from the, I believe it's the community team? I think it's the community team that send out the message. So thank you very much, DE, on making the platinum possible. Yeah, there we are. That confirms it. From the poll we got going here, 62% of people responding are on PC versus 17% PlayStation, 12% Xbox, and 9% Switch. That kind of verifies what I'm saying there, why it's normally PC that win these giveaways. But it's not always PC. Everyone has the same chance to win. And the more streams you watch, the more likely you are to win. But it's all unmitigated RNG. The same thing I complain against. There's no pity system in giveaways. Nuh-uh. D Zach sent you. Okay, yeah, so fair enough. It's from D Zach then. That makes sense. Zach's a cool guy. Zach is definitely a cool person over at D's team. Very helpful. Verifies that PC people vote more. PC people do vote more too. Yes, that is a fact. Do Arkham mods drop here? No. Arkham mods do not drop here. You are looking for the Warframe stream themselves. They are streaming tomorrow. Not right now. Alright. That's enough time for everyone to grab tickets. If you have it... if the bot has said too many tickets, you are already in. You already got yourself a ticket, so you're fine. Do not worry. But that is about time for everyone to have grabbed tickets. I think someone just snuck in one last ticket there, so that's fine. Let me just find where the giveaway bit is, and I'll just close those entries now. We got a few people in it today. Because you see, usually these kinds of end of stream giveaways, they're usually around about 50 to 80 people, depending on how busy we've been. There's 152 entries today. There's 152 entries today. So... cheers, Cat Tongue. With that in mind, only one person's going to be the winner. Only one person's going to be walking away with that one today. And that person today is... Tem. Tem42353. Tem, congratulations. You are the winner of the Platinum Raffle today. I'll be contacting you here on Twitch in the next few minutes to get a hold of your Warframe username and platform. If you are here and listening, make sure you send me a message as well because, well... we've had it where someone's had their DMs closed to strangers. I technically count as a stranger, so, you know, if I can't DM you, you can't get it. But otherwise, I'll just message you. We'll get that sorted out. You'll be getting your platinum. Congratulations, Dem. And to everyone else here in the chat, thank you very, very much for joining in. But don't go anywhere just yet. We're not done. We're not fully done because, you see, what we do now is I switch over to this lovely little screen with that lovely little transition. I know it's basic, but I like it. With an old Tenocom picture in the background because why not? It looks cool. And we're going to be heading over to another part of the Warframe community. Who are we going to say hi to today, chat? Who are we going to say hi to today? Let's see. What part of the Warframe community do we want to have their mind blown? Who can we pop on over to today? We could go to Liam. We could go to Queen Bundler, to T4Reryutsu, to Neonest, to No Sympathy. Kodoma? Yeah, we could go to Kodoma. We got Laser, Liam. Oh, we're getting votes all over the place. Obviously, I need to do some homework, start my review for final. Good luck on that, Tom. Absolutely good luck on that. Zen, is Zen even streaming Warframe at the moment? I didn't see them. Oh yeah, there they are. You know what? Yeah, it has been an absolute age. Let me check. Zen might be finishing up their stream now. Let me just quickly check in. My god. They're not even on their camera. Yeah, never mind. Zen's busy. Zen is busy. We'll go elsewhere. It was a good suggestion, but whatever's going on, he's not on camera right now. So, Kodoma. We've been to Kodoma before now. I trust that one. Let's go to Kodoma. Kodoma. There we are. Raid is active. Alright then, chat. That is indeed all that we've got time for today. Thank you very, very much for joining in. I will be live again with some more Warframe on Sunday, but before that, we've got a D&D stream on Friday. Not playing D&D, I'm turning Warframes into D&D monsters. So if you want to see that process underway, make sure you join me on Friday for that as well, absolutely. And I've got another announcement to make on Friday, so could be an interesting one. Until then, let's get right over to Kodoma. Let's show our very, very best to this community. I'll see you on, guys, in whatever stream you join me next. Bye-bye.